Hello, wherever and whenever you are, and welcome back to QuestJunkiesUK. Welcome across far east to the Sea of Fallen Stars and the land on the southern shore known as Chessenta. And we are here playing the fabulous Chessenta's Tyranny, and a very special version of it today because our Donna is raiding. Welcome, raiders! Perfectly timed to finish that sentence. Hey, Adana. Hey, Josh. How you doing, mate? Pirate. I hope you had a fantastic session. I know you were guesting, weren't you, Pirate? I hope you had a wonderful time, Adana, and lovely timing. We are just going live here as we continue our fantastic Phoenix Flies Charity Week for the incredible Elevated Access, which is a group of volunteer pilots ensuring that those that do not have access to abortion services and gender affirmation medical care that they would like are flown away from the states where the stigma is unfortunately on that kind of thing to somewhere where they can get the medical care that they need. And we are supporting them, and as you can see, we have done very well already. We are heading into the second half of our event. We are already at $905. Absolutely wonderful. Everyone who has donated already, you are absolute legends. And a massive welcome to everyone who's joining us today. It's a pleasure to have you all here, and to my wonderful players as well. We are unfortunately without Emma and Lily, but we do have these three wonderful people, and that is good in my book. Now, everybody, let us do some shouties here. If you would like to, A, get yourself in the prize draw, which has lots and lots of fabulous prizes I'll show you in just a second, and B, support this incredible cause that we are raising money for, and C, have the chance to influence play in our game right here, then please head on over to this little link here, which will show you all of the options that are available and things that you can do. Thank you for the subscriptions, my friends. Thank you so much. And thank you for that follow as well. Rob the Bearded Dragon, welcome in. If you give us a follow, I'll send you our followers Discord invite after we go offline later. So keep an eye on your Twitch whispers for that. Hey, thank you. Welcome in. Now, as we have, as I said here, this wonderful donation link here. Now, here are a few of the ideas that you can play with your donations to influence what's going on here with our players. And last but not least, feast your eyes on all of these amazing sponsors who have donated prizes for the giveaway. Troll Lord Games, Hero Forge Minis, Ice Cream Dice, Dan Karn, Phoenix Dice, DM Charlie Gaming, Nathax 3D Minis, and Vexed Vending. Absolutely amazing selection. We will be drawing the lucky winners. Every $5 gets you a ticket, so if you are able to give generously, you'll have more chances to win. And also, keep an eye on chat. Flitting through there at some points during this evening, or this morning, or wherever you are, you might be able to see a little notice of the Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, as the code for a free Electrum chest will go flitting on by. So do have a look for that, and do make sure that the wonderful Lauren Obo and everyone over there who's supporting our events are able to see where you came from. There's a special code, uses elevated in the code as well, which I thought was very nice. So you can jump on in there and get yourself a free Electrum chest if you're playing that fun little game. Now, let us jump in without further ado to our game here. The wonderful Sirenscape is bringing us music and sound effects. Check them out for a free 30-day trial over there. And the incredible art that you see, the character art here, is from the beautiful work of Solitine and Sephiroth. Check out their Instagram and Twitter respectively. And something rather special that you are about to see in just a moment is from our very own Patch, QuestJunkiesUK. More on that in just a second. And speaking of Patch's wonderful work, you could see something new from them tomorrow, so do join in for that. The High Seas is getting a glow up. I see your donation. Thank you, Llama, my friend. What you doing to us? What you doing to us? Let's have a little gander here. That is going to be a spin of the wheel. Up to me who we'll spin for. Okay, I'm rolling a D6, so thirds for the three of you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, top to bottom. That goes right back at you, Llama. Okay, this is going for Scuff. Here are, folks, a nice perfect example of what's available here as a spin of the wheel goes to our friend Scuff. Ooh, double spin of the wheel. What's going on there? Oh no, I think there must be 2 wheels in here. Where are the 2 wheels? No. Hang on. Go away, you. Okay, sorry, folks. I got two instances of the wheel in there, but I did see a wild magic surge as one of the options there. So, Llama, give me a D100 if you would, and I will get up the fighter wild magic table here.
This backfired horribly.
No, generosity for charity never backfires, my friend. How'd you go? That's 30. Okay, a 30 on the fighter table. Okay. This will kick off when combat starts. You know, so your fighter instinct kicks in, and Scuff's natural wild magic will surge forth. This is a good one. I'm happy to tell you, as we enter into initiative and combat kicks off, you will cast Shield on yourself. And at the end of your next turn, you'll cast it once more. You get 2 rounds of being shielded. Okay, right. So let's have a look-see, and let's find out just what is in store for our players here. Last time we were here in Meth, on the shores of Methmere, they were setting forward their plans, trying to see what can be done to overturn the forces here and create this little fishing town into a base of operations, as they are trying to raise the forces to battle against the tyrannical leaders of Chessenta and overthrow their regime. They caused an amazing... Thank you, Mike! They caused an amazing display and distraction out in the streets as Reese stealthed into the town hall and stole the blueprints for the fortress of the local guards, as well as the names of several retired guards who were disgruntled that they had been laid off when the regime change happened. So, armed with this new knowledge, they are planning and moving forward. If they can just gather a few more allies, a few more resources, they might be able to rise up and control this town, and from then on out into Chessenta in general. Now, let us have a quick look at what Mike has in store for somebody. Thank you very much for that. Wonderful, wonderful donation there. Let's have a look here. I would like to use chat inspiration on Reese and Carolyn. Okay. So, Reese and Carolyn, you have audience inspiration, which is very similar to bardic inspiration. Both of you have a D4 that you can use when you wish. A one-time D4 that you can add to a roll.
Why, thank you.
Thank you very much for that donation. Look at $945. Come on, let's get past 1,000 tonight, guys, so we can get past it. Come on, let's do this. Okay, right, now, as we return to the mansion house of Fennicus, the Dampier, where you are hidden away in the town of Meth. That is where we shall start today's session, and we will dive right into today's Chessenta's Tyranny. welcome back. There it is, that wonderful, wonderful work of Patch, aka QuestJunkies. Thank you, my friend. Let me drop the links in chat one more time so that you can head on over if you want fabulous or inspiring blood-boiling intros to your stuff as well. Boom, there it is right there. Check them out. Speaking of wonderful players over there on the side of the screen, let us have a quick chat and hello to all of them. Top to bottom, Scuff. Who are you in real life? Who are you playing and where are they at?
Hey, I'm Llama. I play Scuff. I'm kind of sick today, so I'll be trying to play him as best as I can. Scuff himself, however, is a old guardsman from the Chessenta army. Outcast, sent to jail, and now traveling the world with his outlawish companions, trying to overthrow the government.
Indeed. Thank you very much. Next down, we have Carolyn, please.
Hello, I am Patch from QuestJunkiesUK, playing the sassy yet classy Kellen Sturgrove, Order of Scribes wizard, who has had a couple of days. Not sure how she feels about it. We'll see.
Oh, Patch, even as you're talking, with a donation as well. Thank you, my friend. You're already doing enough. DM's choice of reward. Ooh, choices. Isn't that's enough for a single? It's enough for a single heal, right?
I believe so.
So yeah, I may, I may save Llama or Aelin. Ken's screwed.
I knew that.
You can't save yourself. Let's have a little look-see here.
Hey, we made 1,000 though.
That does make it a very nice round 1,000. Thank you very much. But do not worry, everyone. Do not worry. I'm not too picky about that kind of thing. If it's not a nice round 1,000 for the rest of the session, that's absolutely fine. Do feel free to go on over there. Thank you so much. Hey, Mikey. Okay, let's have a look here. Okay. So yeah, I'll two advantages to me, right? So it was my choice.
Am I seeing that right?
Oh,
is it 100 to join us?
What am I doing? What am I
today?
doing? 50 bucks is a monster drop. There we go. Thank you, Patch. Thank you. Okay, thank you,
Hey,
Scarlett. Thank you too. I
said
love
DM's
the
choice.
beans, the magic beans. And there she is as well. Thank you, Scarlett, with the donation as well. What you doing to us? What you doing to us? Let's see. Another D4 for Carolyn. Stuck them up, Carolyn. Stuck them up.
Woo!
Not that they stack very well. Thank you, Scarlett.
Thank you.
I'm just going to say, Scarlett, we appreciate the donation, but you can't save him. Okay, now. Right, my friends. We return to the mansion. But not before we've spoken to Reese. I'm sorry, Reese. Excuse me. Too many things happening. Reese, who are you? Who are you in real life? Who are you playing and where are they at?
Well, I am known as Sneaky Rogue Thief,
Yes.
so
Disappearing into the shadows.
just sneaking out of the intros. Nobody saw a thing.
失礼しました.
I'm Aelin, a chronically ill and disabled D&D player, hence being off cam today.
Thank you for joining us. You both, you and Llama, you too. Thank you so much.
I play Reese, the changeling criminal, and sometimes healer.
Mixed bag.
Mixed bag. I steal things, I heal things.
Nice. Steal it, heal it. Okay. And how are they doing right now? They feeling good about that little espionage trip that they had?
Reese is feeling much better about this espionage trip since nobody went to jail, nobody got killed,
Huzzah!
and we got a lot of information.
Indeed.
It was semi-successful.
It was. Okay, thank you. Now, my friends, let us switch up here. Carolyn.
Oh boy.
Actually, I suppose this is slightly preemptive. Sorry. Before this, we should do this, shouldn't we? you are still in that ethereal, ghostly realm of your own subconscious, connecting for the first time with your Kori symbiotes, the alien entity that you have discovered within yourself as you've discovered yourself to be Kalashtar, Kelinashtai, bearer of Ashtai, the latest in the long, long line. As you've made contact with this Kori spirit, what do you say?
Well, this was unexpected.
Yes. There was impediments. Something keeping us apart. As far as communication.
I wonder what that was. I mean, I thought for years I was mad. They insisted I wasn't. Maybe it was just you all this time. I don't know. This is... Sorry, I get a bit nervous when I'm processing some severe life-changing things.
As you traveled south, our bond became stronger until we were able to do this. Something along similar lines to the awakening of your ability to use that interesting tome of yours.
Oh, Inky, yes. Quite proud of that one. First to do it, I think. Maybe? Hopefully? Possibly?
I couldn't say. First in your line, if that's anything.
That is true, I suppose. Oh, this is a lot. Talking to myself, sort of, but not quite myself, but is myself? There's some sense in there somewhere, I'm sure.
It has been so long. I cannot remember how many generations have been beyond my grasp. Do not blame your mother or grandmother. They were not aware of my presence.
Interesting. See, initially I just assumed that this might have been a secretive thing, but they weren't aware. So how many generations are we talking?
I have lost track. The inability to communicate with my hosts has left me somewhat removed from the passage of time, as you would refer to it.
So it's been a hot minute. Okay.
A hot minute. Okay.
It's just sometimes I say things they probably make no sense. Just humor me, darling. It's fine.
I'm catching up as best I can.
You're doing remarkably well. Probably better than I.
I don't know. The discovery of the existence of a separate being within yourself. You're keeping it together. You haven't run screaming from the building.
Oh, I've thought about it. I've thought about not much else over the past however long it's been. How long has it been? I'm not sure.
You're asking the wrong person.
Yes. But I don't understand why, if there's been all these generations of remarkable people down this family line, because I have. My parents were incredible. Grandparents, incredible. Why me? There's nothing intricately special or amazing about me.
Has your family always been located in the north?
As far as I am aware. We never really spoke much past my grandparents.
There's something about this place. There's something... As I said, as you traveled south, something grew stronger. There is a history here. If you can discover what it is, then we can learn more. I'm sure of it. Much, much more.
Well, if this is arcane related, I have been made aware of some old mage towers nearby. Might be worth a perusal.
If they are ancient, perhaps leading back to a time... I do not know. I do not know. All I recall is that we originally are not of this place. You and I. Not you and I. Your predecessors and I.
So,
But they have changed faces and personas again and again. I remain the same.
So we're from Faerun?
I'm sorry?
You said we're not from here, so what, another continent?
No. We were brought to this place by magic. A great many generations ago.
From what, another world?
I am unaware, just that I was intensely thankful. Something evil was growing where we were. Something that threatened to destroy us all. We fled. There were others. They fled elsewhere. But a few of us... Some magics, some... It's lost. It's so long. So far. In memory.
That's the trouble with memory. It can be easily lost, whether it be priceless or otherwise. But not everything is truly lost.
Yes. I have kept you too long. The dreams can consume. Return to your friends.
Well, how if I need you, how do I contact you? Or is this just a thing that happens when it happens?
If all is well, then this link is established. There is no reason to expect it to disappear.
Fascinating. In which case, well, it's been lovely. Ashtai.
Killing Ashtai.
Yes, that's going to take some getting used to.
Just Kaelin is it's fine.
Okay, cool. We'll talk more about that another time. Yes. Well, please take care, and I shall. I do so.
Thank you. Sorry, I was distracted. There was somewhere some great force of generosity.
Oh, I love those. Yes.
Tiamat, not normally,
I know we joked about a monster drop, John, but don't drop Tiamat on us.
It's okay. They're safely over there in Hong Kong. You're okay. Tiamat Hong Kong, thank you so much for that donation, you absolute legend. Thank you so much. The tracker will catch up in just a moment, I'm sure. Sometimes it's weird. Sometimes the tracker goes before the alert. Sometimes the alert goes before the tracker. It's a thing. They're on different lanes of the highway, apparently. The super highway. There it is. Thank you, Tiamat. I'm looking forward to our Spelljammer Academy game together. The chance to play for the first time together. And in the meanwhile, that wonderful, generous donation is a monster drop.
Hey!
Thank you, Tiamat. It's not going to happen here in Caroline's bedroom, but it will happen today at some point. Mark my words. Okay. Thank you. I could save Patch's monster drop for the high seas.
Oh, God.
All right. Yes, why attack just only Patch when I can attack Patch and his loved ones? Yes.
Here comes a space kraken.
It's called a meteor spider, and it's very different.
No.
Okay, thank you. Tiamat is dropping something else on it. No, for the monster drop, Tiamat would have seen it in the donation description there. It is a monster of a CR 2 above the party's level. So, a nice little challenge.
Okay.
Nice little challenge.
That's scary.
Thank you so much, David. And we return as Caroline starts to emerge from this introspective journey. And as you do so, you see, leaning in the doorway against the cracked frame, Phoenicus.
Yeah.
Welcome back. We were quite concerned, other than you were delicious. That was something different, an intense dream-related, but not
I don't
my
think I'm
normal
ever gonna...
cuisine.
I don't think I'm ever going to get used to you feasting on dreams. Yes, sorry, I dozed off there for a minute.
It has been 2.5 days.
I'm sorry.
I'm quite stuffed.
What?
You 2.5 days. Your friends have been busy. As have I. You mentioned, admittedly, to your friends, I overheard, but you mentioned towers in the Dassos?
Yes, something to look at. Yes, I need to gather
assume-
the group.
I assume you'll forgive me having a gander. You were just sat there with the map on your lap.
Yes. Is this something you can assist in?
One of them is quite nearby.
That is good to know.
A short, pleasant walk up the coast, through the forest on the edge of the lake, to the northeast. It is even a trail up there. It was used by the town for some time before... it wasn't anymore.
Right.
Yes, but yes, let us gather the others. Your friend, Justice. He took the liberty of telling the arcane force you discovered Mage Towers.
Okay. I hope that's a good thing.
I assume so.
We'll see.
Aren't they your friends?
They are.
At this point, Scuff, Reese, hearing Karen's voice, talking with Phoenicus, you kind of come up to the room as well. You kind of popped in from time to time, see they were still breathing. They seemed okay, just a very, very deep trance. You assumed it was an elf thing.
Welcome back to the world of the living.
Yes, sorry about that, darlings. It felt like I dozed off, but 2.5 days.
Yeah, I was
You must
afraid
have
that
needed a lot of sleep.
I was afraid that our conversation was so boring. I bet you just sleep forever.
Oh no! I do apologize, darlings. I'm here now, feeling better. Haven't processed being a murderer yet, but you know that can wait. There's other things. I should explain. I've learned a lot in the last, I suppose, 2.5 days. probably would take some time getting into it all, but I think the most important thing for us to do right now is to go look up one of these towers, because I think they will provide some context to, well, everything, really.
Which towers are you talking about?
The ones on the map. You know, we got the map from
Yeah.
that wonderful old coot. What's his name?
Tamim.
Tamim.
Says a voice
Yes.
in your mind. Tamim.
Those were arcane towers, right?
Yes,
Once,
they were.
long ago.
Uh,
And these weren't towers that were destroyed by the new regime, where they cracked down on arcana magic. The murder map. What? No, but what you? This wasn't a crackdown by the current government. These are ancient towers.
I will say though, I'm a bit out of the loop. Do we need to be smuggled out of the city, or can we just go? Am I still wanted for murder? That's what I'm trying to get at.
Fenicus,
Sneaking is
Yeah.
probably a good idea.
True. Fenicus is like, well, Reese, you can just change, right?
I can. That doesn't really help these two.
I think they'd be okay. So long as those other two are not with you, you should be able to keep quiet.
Yes, I was going to say, where are they? It's a lot quieter than it normally is.
I dread to ask.
Shh, don't invoke them. We'll be better off without them today.
Yes, if you say their name 3 times in a mirror, they appear. Well, I'm sure they won't mind if we have our own little excursion.
They seem quite busy, so I think they'll be fine on their own.
Now, Fenicus turns to you all and he says, everyone, please. Sorry, there's just the stool there and the bed, but take a seat. And he sets out like a flipboard. No. The point of entry is no, not quite like that. But I took the liberty of looking at the map, and as I was saying to Kaelin before you arrived, my friends, one of them is quite close, up the coast of the lake in the Dassos to the northeast. It is at a place called Marblehead. The stone there. It is not the original name and not an accurate one either. The stone there is quite pale, and it was mistaken for marble by some of the people who created one of the original settlements that is here now. The tower, it seems, has been there for quite some time, and a good long while ago it was used as a lighthouse. It seems there are some treacherous rocks out in the lake off the coast of the Marblehead there, and the ships travelling from Shurup Pak from the northeast down here to Meth would run aground. So they took the opportunity to take over this old dilapidated tower and use it as a lighthouse. But that was a long time ago. It has been abandoned for quite some time. The rumours around town are interesting, to say the least. There are some that say it's haunted, but we remember Heptios. I'm sure it's fine.
I'm sure we can handle a couple of things.
Apparently, strange lights can be seen in the windows at night. But I'm sure there's something perfectly benign for that. Let's see. I mean, there's clearly some life in there, as there are big swarms of bats seen flying in and out and around the area. They leave. They leave every evening and return in the early morning to roost, it seems. So there must be somewhere inside where they are, tucked away from the elements. There was an interesting tale I got from down the docks. There was a boastful trapper some time ago who dared to spend the night in the old lighthouse and was never seen again. But yeah, there's 3 of you, accomplished adventurers. Yeah, I'm sure you'll be fine. Yes.
I do recommend we pick up some torches on the way, though. I've heard you can use the scare of bats for torture.
A fine idea. Let's see here. There was talk that the last lighthouse keeper that used the place and manned the place worked with smugglers of some kind.
Interesting.
Exciting. There used to be a strange rule where
Smugglers, you say?
tariffs on goods coming in through the ports were higher than those coming in on land, so they used to smuggle them into somewhere around there and then transport them by land for the last leg or something. I'm not sure.
That could be very interesting.
Well, 2.5 days. I think it's time I got out of this room. Shall we?
It smells extra plainer.
I don't know if that's a compliment or an insult.
Is that ozone tinge?
It smells like burnt toast.
Are you okay?
Yes, that's concerning.
I think that's something else, Guff.
How about with something else?
Okay, so the three of you sneak out before the other two can find you. Go, 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 go! And you gotta pick up some torches. If you don't have any already. Do you have some already?
I do not, but I do have a little bit of money.
How much do torches set you back?
I do have one. They are 0.03 gold pieces. According to D&D Beyond.
Noted. So let's say
three copper.
3 copper each then.
Yeah.
0.3 gold is 3 copper.
So yeah, they'll say three for a silver.
Yes, go for pick up 3 then. So we have them because they're kind of one-time use.
Oh, wait.
Not really.
I-
But they're
Yeah.
often
I actually have 3 torches
There you go.
in my inventory.
So-
So we're good.
Nice. All right. So, welcome in, everyone. Thanks for joining us. We are raising funds today for elevated access. If you are able to donate, we are getting closer and closer to our next milestone. I should actually forgot to tell the players the good news. Our first milestone was reached earlier today, which means crystals for all. When we return to business as usual, every player will get an extra inspiration crystal, even if they already had one. And in every campaign, I will get a disadvantage.
Oi.
Now, the next milestone is $1,500. If that happens, there will be the unlocking of a rather special one-shot in the near future. Whoops! All pets.
Oopsie.
The various companions of the Wackyverse will band together as one of their number in the past was sorely abused and has become an evil entity that the other companions must band together to defeat. So, if you want to see that happen, I do. Please
I wouldn't be in that.
Please do consider donating to see Whoops All Pets using the Marisha Ray Honey Heist guy combo, their collaborative thing that they made. Hans Half Elven with the sub. Thank you, my friend. Good to see you, mate. It's great to see.
Do you need a celestial Holophant for that one?
Does that count as a companion? I'm not sure.
I was kind of a companion.
Slightly OP.
How about a flying monkey?
So these will all be existing companions in the past from the past of QuestJunkiesUK.
Unless they lose the evil one.
Hey, thank you for the follow. And no worries, mate. Thank you so much. And then if we reach our goal of $2,000, the pace things have been going, it might happen. Who knows? We have 3 more sessions, including today. If we reach $2,000, there is one last milestone, and that is those of you in the followers Discord will take a vote, and you will decide the next campaign on QuestJunkiesUK.
Ooh.
From options that I will give. But the choice will be yours, my friends. So if you want a hand in where things go in the future, and if you just want to help out with a fantastic cause, any level of donation is fantastically appreciated. If you're able, please do jump over there, grab in that link, see all the fabulous ways that you can change and influence things here, such as a monster drop from Team at Hong Kong, and we shall see what is in store for our party as you gather up these torches, sneak out through the gates, through the general hustle and bustle, through the daytime kind of traffic of the city, and start to make your way up the coast. Reese.
Yes?
You, I believe, wanted to perhaps fall in alongside Carolyn as you walk through the Dassos here?
Yeah, just Reese subtly becomes about on height with Carolyn.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, you're walking along here. There is a very rough trail. It hasn't been used for a long time, clearly, and it winds its way through the edge of the forest. There are a few trees between you and the glistening lake out beyond the tree line. And it does rise and fall sometimes, quite up to some quite high cliffs sometimes, before dipping down to a small sheltered beach. Several nice-looking picnic spots. And you make your way through the relative cool of the dappled shade beneath the trees and catch up with Kaylin there, Reese.
So, I might know somebody who could potentially be helpful in tracking down that person you're looking for. She doesn't exactly come cheap, but she's very good at her job, and perhaps I might be able to swing some sort of a discount if you might be interested.
I'm flattered, but I'm still trying to convince myself that she even existed in the first place. I don't want to waste your time and your efforts.
Oh, you're not wasting my time or efforts.
I suppose. Sure, I'd be open to the idea. I'm terrified at the same time, but I don't know, I'm feeling a bit bolder at the moment.
Terrifying is a word that people use to describe my little sister, but
How quaint.
I know I can't really help with that other thing you're going through, or many of the things you're probably going through, but this might be something I can do.
Well, as always, your continued efforts to help and be a friend are greatly appreciated. So thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll go into the other stuff at some point. I want to do something fun, and this tower sounds like something fun, just to alleviate some of the crippling anxiety and life-changing thought processes that I'm going through at the minute. Let's just have some fun, yes?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
The kind that, doesn't involve heavily drinking shenanigans.
Oh, yes. If I drink now, things would go very, very bad. Let's not do that. Let's not do that for quite some time. Yes.
Indeed. And he just kind of strolls forward.
Okay. You enjoy this trip, it has to be said. It's a very nice section of the land to walk through, and it's about a 3-mile trip out towards the northeast there, and you arrive at the exterior of a tower. At the end of the rutted, overgrown track stands an old lighthouse. Walls of fitted granite blocks rise some 60 feet above a cliff face. They are worn, but appear solid, and stand defiant of the elements. Some of the narrow windows on the higher floors are unshuttered but dark, and an old wooden door blocks entry. A weathered platform sits on the western side, securing old ropes that extend upwards to pulleys affixed to the very top of the tower. And aside from the wind and a few gulls, all is quiet. What would you like to do?
Scuff wants to peer into the windows to see if he sees any movement or anything.
There are none on the first floor, I'm afraid. Just higher up.
Yeah, any movement in them at all?
From looking from where you are? No.
Yeah.
I'll pull Inky out.
Hey!
Let's see. Right, Inky. Time to go to work. And I will use my Awaken Spellbook action to cast Detect Magic as a ritual, but in the time it takes to cast it normally, which I can do once per long rest.
Nice. And that will last for how long? 10 minutes?
Let me check. That is going to be 10 minutes, yes.
Okay. Noted.
It's 30 feet.
Gotcha. Okay. So, nothing at present. And you find yourselves in front of that single door at ground level.
Well,
and there's this pulley system as well. What would you like to do?
I don't sense anything untoward at this moment. Should we take the door? Should we look at this pulley system?
I do like an investigation or perception for traps.
On the door?
Door and pulley system.
Your choice. Yep.
That is a natural 20 plus.
Hey.
What was it? Investigation.
Your choice.
If I can get perception, I'll take it for 24.
Nice. Okay, if you got to focus as phoenixes fly, a natural 20 shows you all. There are no traps other than nature's own. It might see the platform and the ropes attached to it are very old and would not support anybody's weight if they wanted to climb them. But the door is not trapped, if a little weathered and perhaps swollen from the moisture from the lake.
What do you
Shall
think,
we go
Reese?
in the front door? Because that pulley's not going to hold anybody.
I'll take the lead.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. Scuff. The door, as Reese correctly spotted, is swollen shut. Can I get a strength check, please? Oh dear.
Yes, you can, and it's not good.
You slam your shoulder into the door, and it does not budge.
Is that a wild magic surge right off the bat?
It would be,
No. It has to be. Oh, actually, with your stuff,
that
yes,
one.
yes, it is. Yeah, natural one.
Sorry.
No, thank you. Roll me another D100 if you would be so kind.
Here we go.
Yes, everyone. Scuff has an element of wild magic around them, and a natural one does cause some trouble. Okay.
That's not good either.
As Scuff slams into the door, he sets off some sort of vibration or something in his armor, and Scuff, for the next minute, your armor hums gently, and all ranged weapon attacks against you have advantage.
Not this again. Look, guys, I think I'm kind of shooken up. Anyone got any ideas here? My armor's like vibrating.
I'm just imagining Kelly looking over with the detect magic, and now just seeing like this glowing arcane presence surrounding him.
I think you have to look away. It's like the wild magic surge like just flares really brightly. It's like, whoa.
It's like if Scuff stands on his tiptoes, could he dig for like oil?
Not
Sorry.
quite that level of resonance, I'm afraid.
Oh heavens, Scuff, you look a little shaky. Everything all right?
I'm feeling a little bit shaky.
Right.
I'm all right then.
I tell you what.
I've got a crowbar.
Okay, that's better than the idea I had, which was that I was going to try and barge the door in. Try the crowbar.
Reese, that will give you advantage.
On a strength check.
Yes, please. Good luck.
It's not terrible at it. It's a 15.
Okay, yeah, okay, so yes, the application of engineering sees you straight and with a crunching of wood and a slight protestation from the door, it does tear open. And you arrive within. Let me, who's going in first?
Kind of brains, that's good. Scuff will be.
Okay. There we go. I shall put you there for now. Tell me if you are elsewhere as I bring you over. Boop.
So this is why we bring Criminal with us.
I saw a black screen.
Places.
I should have brought yeah, I should have brought you over. Should be fine.
No, just black.
Let's get my side.
Is it a dark vision related thing?
Oh, it must be. Yeah, I mean it's, you came here at daytime, right?
I think so.
I assume. Let me give you some daylight. Oh, yeah, daylight's on actually. Should be fine.
Huh. I mean, I can follow the stream.
You need
No.
to give
Do I
Caroline
need to
vision.
refresh it?
Yeah, just try to refresh it.
Let me refresh.
If that doesn't work, you just have to give Caroline the token vision.
Scuff and Reese, you're okay, right?
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm still black after a reset.
Let's have a quick look for you then. Is this an old token? Oh yeah. Okay. I see.
Hey!
Sorry, dude. For some reason that token wasn't attached to your character.
Okay.
Quickly fix that. No. Go away. Okay, so yes, you make your way through the busted up door into this first floor here, and you see the room in front of you that you can see here. The room smells of damp and mold. A spiral staircase rises in the center of the room to the floor above. 2 doors block access to other parts of the ground floor. A pile of rotten wood, collapsing crates and old barrels sits piled against the wall between the northern door and the staircase.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Is it dark? Should we light our torches?
No, I think with the lights coming down the staircase, you can see,
Okay.
and through the broken door.
I'm assuming nothing off my detect magic as of yet.
Nope.
Okay.
And
Wow.
do we hear any signs of life from above after surely a noisy entrance?
Give me a perception check.
I say 23.
Nice.
Dice are on fire today.
Yeah.
Nothing from above, no.
Well, this is exciting. So, where to first?
Shall we grit our way through?
Yes, let's... I can hardly contain my excitement. The secrets this could hold. Or not. I don't know. Either way, I'm happy to find out.
So, doors or stairs?
Pick the first floor first, shall we?
Yes.
Just reloading to get the hardware isolation. So
No problem.
now where the fuck am I? There. I was moved to a different part of the map.
No worries.
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna go this way. These boxes and stuff here.
Mm-hmm.
Do they seem? What do they look like?
You investigate those?
Yeah.
Okay, give me an investigation check.
Investigation. That's one. Third 20.
Okay. As you go over there and start to poke through the boxes, they explode outwards as 3 giant centipedes erupt from the debris. Reese, you're standing on one of them. Could you step back a second? Thank you.
Why does it have to be bugs?
It's always bugs.
Boop. Hello.
Oh, how lovely. Yes.
Okay, my friends, let me get a little bit of initiative if you'd be so kind.
Oh boy. Don't fail me now, new dice. Oh, that's terrible. Okay.
In here.
That's another door told me.
Yeah. Okay. How'd you go, Scuff?
Dirty 20.
Okay. So, Scuff, you react first to your fighter's instincts and being right up there in the front, disturbing the debris. What do you do?
Scuff feels his power from the excitement and the surprise. He feels power surging through him as this magical barrier, this humming armor almost starts shielding him, emanating outwards. As he grabs his shield, he's gonna step up and take a defensive stance in front, and I'm thinking he's gonna go take a dodge action, to try to keep these ones.
Okay, take the dodge action. Noted. Reese, how about yourself?
I think Reese is going to. Is it possible to try and just shoo them out the open door? Go, they'll be free.
Shoo.
Give me a difficult animal handling check.
Okay. That is another natural 20.
Yes! We love to see it.
So, 23.
Okay, that one at the edge there does take the opportunity to dash out the door.
Can we get an attack of opportunity?
If you want to.
I'm a wizard. I never get to take them. I want to take one.
Okay, do it.
I don't remember how to do it.
Get out of here. Yeah,
is it?
totally.
I guess it would be my Tavern Brawler strike.
Go for it.
Does a 21 hit?
It does. Roll that damage.
Okay. That is 2 points of damage.
Okay, you do not kill it as it scuttles out, scuttling even faster as the wizard punches it.
Go on, get it!
Windy JD&D with that raiding party. Welcome in, raiders. We have arrived in a mystical tower, an abandoned lighthouse, and they are attacked by giant centipedes. Welcome in, Raiders. Hope you had a fantastic session yourselves. Thank you so much for joining us here. We are doing a charity stream at the moment. Please do, if you're able, consider donating and causing some shenanigans in our game and helping out a very worthy cause. Thank you so much. Good to see you. Okay, so yeah, that one legs it. It's gone. And anything else, Reese?
Nope,
action?
that's gonna. Nope. I don't have a bonus action anything yet.
Okay, none of us speak giant centipede, but the one next to you, Caroline, goes, "Mom!" and turns on you. How dare you? Rah! 18.
No, if I cast shield, it's gonna still beat it. So no.
Okay.
I'm not gonna cast it.
The giant centipede rears up and bites you. You take.
I will impose disadvantage on his attack roll.
Okay. Luckily, that was already the lower of the two rolls. So thank you.
Never mind. No,
sorry, it was an 18 and a 23. Okay.
I just noticed.
Definitely worth checking. The centipede lunges towards you, Carolyn, bites into your arm as you're like, watching the other one run out the door. Haha, I did that. And Reese. And the centipede bites into you, and you feel a terrible, stinging, burning sensation spreading from the wound. And you take 3 piercing damage.
Okay.
And 9 poison damage.
Are you shitting me?
Nope.
Okay.
And can I have a Constitution saving throw?
I'm down.
What?
Oh no!
I have 12 hit points. I'm a wizard, John.
This
is it. This is how I die.
This tower is designed. This tower is designed for level 1 characters. What can I say? Fabulous. Okay, Carolyn, having helped Reese scare off the other one, is bitten viciously and tumbles unconscious to the ground.
Holy shit.
Okay, and it's your turn, so I get to roll a secret death save.
Oh yeah.
And folks, there are donation levels where you can bring a PC back to full HP if anyone is feeling generous and able. Save Carolyn. All right.
Somewhere out there is a quarry thinking to itself, I should have waited another couple generations.
Okay. Right. So, the other one's going for you, Scuff.
Is that right?
17.
17 with the shield activating would not be enough.
Okay, yes, it bounces up the magical barrier, and it's like the Monty Python rabbit across the top of the magical barrier. But unable to get through. Okay.
It's holding for long, but I'll try to get Carolyn up.
It is your turn, Scuff.
Scuff will. He does not like that the one man there is focusing and taking down his friend. While keeping his shield up, definitely towards the one that's attacking him. He's gonna try to do like a sideways swing towards the other one, try to strike at it while keeping his focus forward, keeping the other one occupied.
Okay.
Oof, that's natural one.
Oh no!
I'll give you a D100 again.
Yes, please.
Welcome to the campaign finale of Chessenta's Tyranny.
58.
Okay. Nice. These giant centipedes were kind of all still half hidden in the debris and stuff of these crates and barrels and things. You focus in on this one that's trying to bite you, Scuff, and all non-magical cover within 5 feet of it just disintegrates into ash.
Oh.
So all of the barrels and boxes there just disintegrate.
As he sees this, he strikes down. Then just stunned by the disappearing boxes. I don't know what happened there. Well, at least we can see them now. He does not use a bonus action at the moment.
Okay. That's it. Reese, your turn.
Well, Reese is gonna do a cure wounds on Carolyn.
Good
Thank
idea.
you.
That allows me to reveal my death save. I rolled a natural 1, so he was on 2 fails.
Oh shit!
Oh my gosh. Well, lucky Carolyn is coming back with 12 HP.
Nice, Karen. Your eyes are open.
For max.
I am at max.
Start to hear Ashtai's voice. Are you okay? Hey, hey! We just met.
You're gonna be okay. And Reese inspires Carolyn.
Wow, triple inspiration, Karen. You got this.
Is that a D4? Another D4?
No. Reese gave you a D6.
Ooh,
Oh,
great. Upgrade,
Best.
upgrade.
you're the
Bardic
best.
inspiration.
Fancy. Okay. Anything else in your turn?
Nope, action, bonus action. I'm leaving that doorway very clear for any bugs that might want to run away.
These two feel very cornered, and uncovered as they are, they're just going to lunge into attack again. Scuff does a 10 hit. No. And by the way, and you cast shield again, didn't you?
Yeah, I do actually. Yeah.
Okay. Carolyn.
Mm-hmm.
22. This one.
Yeah.
This one's an assassin bug apparently.
Mm.
You take. Oh no.
Hi, Carolyn.
You take 5 piercing and 11 poison.
Okay.
If I crit, it's going to take you to minus your max.
Uh-huh.
It's terrifying. Okay.
The healer is terrified.
You do okay a Constitution saving throw though.
Carolyn's like eyes wide open. Thank you, Reese.
Oh, where is that little shit? Ah!
And another death saving throw. Carolyn, what part of your life flashes before your eyes?
I would say, actually, if she recognizing now for the second time in 12 seconds she's dying, yeah. So in Karen's mind, she's imagining being. She's not actually thinking about a memory, but the life that she should have had. So she's thinking about being in a little house with a beautiful woman, sat out in a garden reading.
Nice. The DM's thinking of all those TikToks he sees about squishy wizards. Okay.
Yeah, is the text there relevant to the poison? Because it says he gets a save.
Say again, sorry.
The text in the on the attack says he does get a save, a Constitution saving throw.
He's had to be poisoned though.
Oh yeah, that is on the poison damage is only on a failed save. Thank you.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry, because it was a source of magic there. Sorry, my bad. So yeah, do the Constitution saving throw, Carolyn. You may be okay.
Oh boy. Let's hope so. A 13.
A 13. Okay. Actually, Reese, you may take back that cure wounds if you would like. Sorry, because you would have been okay except on the first one. Sorry, because it was only 3 piercing on the first one. So let's backtrack a little bit there. Okay, so Karen, you're at 9 HP. Okay.
Okay.
It bit you, but you did not go poison. But the second one, and then the second one also bit you. So that was 5 piercing.
So I'm at 4.
4. Yep, and then one more Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay. Hang on. Ah! Oh,
Let's explore
11.
the towers, he said. Meets it, beats it.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, that's fine.
The poison does not take hold. You are okay. But at 4 HP, Scuff.
Are you okay? These things seem to be aimed in at you.
Excuse me, I need to squash a bug.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'll do what I can to help. It's gonna. Actually, Scuff wants to kind of bull rush Kellen out of the way, taking Kellen's place, pushing Kellen down.
Do you let that happen, Kelly?
Yeah.
Okay. You're not prone. Sorry, I can take that off you. Okay, so yeah, you go shoved out with the way, which does not provoke. But Scuff, you will provoke from leaving that top one.
I will.
So centipede bite, chomp. Only an 11.
11's fine.
Okay.
Okay, I think we got it.
Get out of here, wizard! What are you doing? You got emboldened by punching that first one.
I think this is why that mage tower was abandoned. They all died.
Okay. Anything else, Scuff?
No. Scuff will look back at them. He can't go into dodge action, so he's just gonna look back at them and get ready for the onslaught that's coming.
Okay, Reese. You there, Ellen?
Yep. Sorry, I was just waiting on
It is your turn.
Scuff's turn to finish. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just do that cure wounds. that isn't gonna go anywhere.
Okay. So you're back up to full there. Kaylin?
Amazing.
And you've got your inspiration.
Yes.
So if at all possible. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna scooch back away from the bugs a little bit.
Okay. Anything else? You good?
Oh, good.
Okay. On the bug's turn, that one's going to try and attack you. This is the dangerous one. Watch out, Scuff.
It's the assassin bug.
Yep. No, not anymore. Only a 7. It was just after Kaelin. It was because Kaelin punched his mum.
Yeah. Revenge bug.
Revenge. Misses you as it bounces off there. Reese, the bad news. They do have a rather nifty climbing speed, so this one over here scuttles up the wall, across the ceiling, and drops here. And goes to try and bite you, Reese.
I did not think of
Okay. Me, not. Whew. Cool.
Oh, it switched places with the other one. This one got a 23. That's 4 piercing, Reese, and a Constitution saving throw, please.
Yep. Cool. Luckily, that is an 11.
Hey, just enough. So just the 4 piercing. Everyone's in chat is like, you have a torch, firebolt! Sorry folks, let me zoom up a little bit, see if we can get our tokens back here. Don't have a disappearing map today, but we have disappearing tokens. Come back to us. Nope.
He's generally not a combatant.
Okay, that is the end of their turn. Karen, Stargrove.
Alright. First of all, rude. And that one moved. I wanted to go there. Okay. I am going to cast Ray of Frost
There is she.
at this one here.
Okay, go for it.
Because I wanted to die.
Is that a ranged attack?
It is it's a ranged spell.
Attack? Yep.
Yeah.
It's
So
disadvantage, I'm afraid, because it's point blank.
is that okay? Okay, so that's going to be a 14 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, good. Right, okay. Time to kill this thing, hopefully. Where is my D8? I don't know. There it is. 7 points of frost damage.
Karen Stargrove, tell me what happens.
I turn it into a popsicle.
Okay, giant centipede popsicle coming right up.
Tasty.
And then I'm just gonna move into its space.
Gotcha. Noted. Sorry, everyone, excuse our vanishing tokens. They are there. If I do this, they will show up. Hello. And what's going to use for scuff? Let's use armor of Agathis. Okay, resplendent. There they are. Okay.
Maybe.
Sorry, folks. Roll20 can be a bit squirrely sometimes. Right, so, Scuff, it is your turn.
Good job there, Kellen. Let's deal with this last one now. Scuff's gonna try. Still keeping the shield out because these things are definitely scary. He's seeing what they can do.
Yep.
And had a vision of what they could do if you're really unlucky. He's gonna take his sword, kind of like swing around in his hands so it's facing downwards,
Okay.
and try to like stab down at the ground, try to pin it down
Okay.
with a quick stab.
Roll 2.
$18.
Definitely hits. Damage.
Not a crit fail for once.
Hooray!
It's 26 plus 3. Nice. As he stabs down for 8 damage.
Nice. Tell me what happens.
He's gonna skewer it, making a shish kebab out of this out of the centipede.
High Seas crew approve of that.
Yes, indeed. Okay. And you're out of initiative.
Well, that
Everybody
was
okay?
absurd.
Okay, don't touch boxes. Boxes are scary.
I mean, I didn't like bugs in the first place, but holy shit! I was nearly killed by a caterpie. What? I'm rather delicate. Like I've had a few tavern brawls in my day, but I need to reassess my life choices. I'm okay, I think. Is
Was
everyone else
this
okay?
business? Wouldn't it be a Weedle instead?
I was thinking that same thing.
Probably.
Anyways, let's move along and not touch any more boxes or barrels. Seem okay?
Yes.
Okay.
We
Or
might
stare at them
need
from
to,
a long distance.
Well, you saw very clearly as you destroyed everything with your wild magic, Scuff. There is nothing of value here, I'm afraid.
Good. Okay, good.
Just be careful, Scuff. It appears your undiagnosed arcane abilities are a bit
Active.
yes, very active. But that's what we're here for, hopefully.
Karen,
Yes, we might fight.
active,
Yes.
but it has done.
They did say this is a magical tower, or at least it used to be an arcane tower of some sort. I feel like it might be drawing out the uncontrolledness.
Yes, I think so. But we will find those answers.
Interesting thing, Carolyn.
Hmm.
Thanks to Scuff's wild magic, there has blasted away there. There are some markings. The floorboards seem to be, refreshed and relatively new. Relatively they're still pretty old and busted up, but they're not as old as the tower, clearly. And totally, Pepper. The wall behind where some of those things were that Scuff destroyed, there are some markings there, right along just the floor wall joint. And as you actually look around, you see they do actually go around the entire room, or they disappear into the walls. So you think maybe those other walls were added later.
Okay.
So it was just one room originally.
I'll sort of kneel down and take a closer look, and telepathically, I'll say, Ashtai, you have any input for this? I don't know if this works. This is the first time I'm trying to contact you. Will.
Okay. Sorry,
You
bear
can
with me.
reply to this message.
I wanted to check something.
I will at the same time just with do a hand gesture to point this out to the other guys.
Yeah. Sorry, 2 seconds.
It's all good.
Please talk amongst yourselves for a moment.
I'm sat here enjoying the incredible ambiences from our good friend Sirenscape.
Yeah.
You guys think it's us?
Fond memories. This is the Death House music.
Oh, I know. It's appropriate.
Yeah, apparently. Let's try this. Okay, so let's discuss your plan of action moving forward, if you'd be so kind.
Very carefully investigate.
Okay.
Indeed.
Yep.
I am ready, Carolyn. Sorry, I just found the Forgotten Realms wiki page I was looking for. Okay. You contact with the Corey spirits in your mind, and you hear that voice again. It does return your call, and says, "Oh, fascinating." So music was just nicely turned.
It is, isn't it?
These are markings I have not seen for a great many generations.
Well, I think we're onto something then, aren't we?
Yes. Are you familiar? Have you heard? They are Imiskari.
Have I? Am I familiar with that?
Give me a history check.
Ooh, I have advantage on.
Incredible.
I have advantage on history checks
Nice.
now. So that is a 24.
Ooh, okay, that's good. In all the reading and studying you've done, you have heard that name. Yes, it was an ancient empire that was in this region and further east from here as well. A very long time ago.
Imiskari. This is probably as old and arcane as you can get. Excellent. Well, let's keep our eye out for something more, and then I'll speak to the group.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is an Imiskari tower. They were basically ancient civilization of mages, from ages and ages and ages beyond. Rather fascinating subject, really. I could go into great detail, but no, we have a purpose here. Let's.
I think you don't know too much about them, I'm afraid. You just know the name and what it represents.
But she's saying this to sound more.
Excuse me. My apologies.
Yes, I know all about them. Yes, rather good. But now's not the time. But let's proceed with intrigue and caution, friends.
Okay, so Scuffy opening that door there.
Yeah. It's gonna be open.
Boop. There you are, sir. Feast your
He's
eyes.
gonna peek his head inside.
Fair. As you peek through the door there, you see a small room which has a bunk bed, a pair of chests, and a small table holding a stoneware basin. And you are... Actually, sorry, it's not the same in both rooms. It had a group description for both rooms. Sorry, this one just has that chest that you can see. Unlike Wizards of the Coast maps, these maps are very true to what's actually there.
Scuffman steps out and looks to Reese and says, "Do you wanna go have a look for any traps? Seeing as we're careful, but you might as well have a look for everything."
Of course, yeah. Happy to do
Just
so.
be careful.
Safe enough.
Just be careful, because if you think about it from a certain point of view, a chest is just a really big box. A box that's locked.
It's
Oh,
like
I
a
do
barrel,
hope it's locked.
not fully circular.
Yeah, Reese will kind of move into the space and look
Please.
for traps.
Please do.
I'm yelling at the box, see if it responds.
See if it pulls itself across the room with its tongue, like in the trailer.
Make a bad joke.
Okay, roll me that perception check there, Reese.
How does an 18 do?
Very well. DC 12. You do not see any traps. You see the other door across the way there, yeah? Which seems to lead between the two rooms.
Can I...
I'm not on the layer that you can see the ping. But as you stop right there, because you spot
Okay.
the area directly in front of you around the bed, where there's that discoloration in the floorboards, you see? Like I said, the map is very accurate. Where there's that discoloration in the floorboards there, it looks very weak. And you think if you stepped on it, you would fall through. Carolyn pushes from behind. What can you see? What can you see?
Yeah. Reese is like, oh, watch the floor. It's weak.
Do I?
Is that the vernacular of the youth? Is weak. Weak sauce.
As I poke my head in the door, do I see those same sort of markings in this room?
When Reese... Oh, around the outside wall, yes, not the interior wall.
Okay.
You gonna look at the box there, Carolyn?
I mean, I've not had a good day with boxes, but
It's not big enough to hold a giant centipede.
I will take a look.
Okay.
Much to
Reese's chagrin, quote unquote, it is unlocked. And much to Kaelin's chagrin, it is quote unquote empty. The room,
Thank the gods.
Reese, is unoccupied, except for the various harmless vermin infesting the mouldering straw mattresses.
Reese gives them, leaves them alone. It's like, I am in their house.
Fair.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to open that door from the side there, from the safety of that spot? Now?
Yep.
And if you open it, yeah, there is room to stand there. That's okay. Let me quickly grab that for you. Bye. Boop. This room has another mouldering mattress, a chest, and this has the table with the stone ewer, as you can see.
Okay.
Do you want me to make another roll for perception, or is
It's okay. Let's just rest on your laurels.
carry on that one? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, this one's it's safe, and the floor in here is fine. It's just that one section that Carolyn is teetering very dangerously on the edge of.
Anything of interest with this, like, stone basin, or?
It's pretty old, very simple. Some would say rustic.
Gav has to look at the chest above us. He's like, He's gonna poke it with his sword.
No response.
He's gonna whack it a little bit harder with his sword.
It falls to pieces.
Is there anything inside it?
I'm afraid not.
Well, that
Maybe
looks
we
like
should-
this floor is done.
Mm-hmm.
The
You're
next one?
gonna go back through that door just to complete the circuit.
Yeah, basically.
There you go. It just does lead back into where you were
Right.
just fighting, of course.
Oh,
It seems like a hive, almost like a waiting area. I'll take the lead upstairs.
I
Alright.
shall take the rear.
Now, I do need to check something here. Sorry, 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, one other thing there. Sorry, I forgot to mention this. Carolyn, you were so engrossed by those. Hey, Mac, you were so engrossed by those markings on the wall, you completely forgot to look. And with Reese's perception as well, as you're checking around and being careful, Reese, you notice this under that big rug on the ground, in that first floor there. There is a trapdoor as well. So
If Reese sees a trapdoor, Reese is gonna be like, "There's something else we should investigate."
Don't you open that?
No.
Claymation. Okay. Sorry, I was trying to figure out where that was. I missed that little bit of the text there. So yeah, you would have seen that before. So you were clearing this floor, make sure there was no other lurking beasties before you moved on.
Mm-hmm.
Shall we go through the trapdoor?
I mean, at this point, we've already risked my life, so we might as well. Yes.
Let's try. Let's see what's there.
Okay, you're gonna go down before up.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so yeah, it is heavy but unlocked, and you are able to pull it up and into the space where you are, and there is a set of stone steps leading down.
I'm just gonna head down the steps.
Okay, let me bring you over. Who's next?
Reese will follow.
Okay, go lower left from where you are.
Like that?
Sorry, no, I meant once I've moved you. Stay still. Zoop. There you go. Sorry, folks. Let us leave this floor. They are over here, in a very small cellar. Very small. Fits nicely on screen now. Secret tunnel, yes indeed. Okay. So, as you make your way down here, the pervasive odour of rot and mould fouls the air here. Bags of roots and tubers hang from the ceiling overhead, having sprouted roots through the cloth and withered in their time here. A stack of mouldy sacks rises to the side of the stairs. A pair of wine racks sit against one wall. One of the racks has suffered a partial collapse, leaving bottles and broken glass on the floor. Skittering can be heard from the dark corners of the room.
I don't like skittering. Reminds me of those things upstairs.
I don't like that. Let's not deal with that, shall we?
And let's not forget as well. It's very important. When we leave, there is one outside.
Yes,
Terrifying beasts that they are.
Reese, just quick little glance. Do you see anything in there? Is it you good at picking out things?
Reese? Perception check.
That's a dirty 20.
Nice.
I'm starting to remember my modifier.
You look around the room there, and you notice the stonework behind one of the wine racks is slightly uneven, and you believe that behind the wine rack is a secret door.
Secret door in the secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel.
It was just a trapdoor.
I think there's a
regular cellar trapdoor.
A secret door over there, maybe. Might be worth investigating.
Potentially.
Though, given the skittering, maybe we light up our torches. Or a torch.
Yeah, I say we light up torches.
Let's see what's coming our way.
Mm-hmm. So,
Scuff is at least gonna light up his torch.
Okay. As you light them up and the dancing firelight illuminates the room, there is a swarm and a skittering sound, and a huge tumble of furry bodies spills from the rotting sacks and swarms towards you. But they seem
Rat King?
they seem terrified by the torchlights, and they swarm past you up the stairs and into the tower above. And just play the sounds. Misses.
Are they bats?
No, mice. It's the mice.
Oh, yeah.
I hate those pieces.
Here they are. Hello. I like the token.
Oh.
Look at the one at the front. It's such a show.
Yeah.
Ah.
It's so cute.
Oh, hello. Okay, that was like, we were trying to sleep. They just go running past you. So,
Glad we left the door open.
they've gone scuttling past, and you are left alone once more.
Right.
Which way? Which way, Reese?
Where would the secret door be?
It's
On the map.
The wine rack is bottom left here.
Okay. Right here.
So yeah, you work together and gently move it so you don't drop any more bottles. There's a very sour smell from the ones that have been smashed.
Can Reese just kind of click his fingers and prestidigitation away the mess?
Absolutely.
I have to learn how to do that sometime.
It's so convenient for everyone.
It's remarkable.
To learn this.
The
Imagine
first thing
doing
I ever
dishes.
learned.
When one day when we're not being killed by bugs or stopping loose from destroying the city with like farm animals, we should talk magic. I think.
Yeah, you should teach me.
Yes, more magic, that's what Scuff needs.
Well, magical control is a good thing.
True.
He will learn magic only so he can clean his own clothes.
I would learn magic so I could, clean the litter box. But...
Scuff. Once the wine rack is out of the way, it is a relatively simple thing to find the door and gently shove it aside. And beyond is revealed a natural cavern.
Secret door.
Yes, now there's a secret tunnel.
Let's have a look. Follow closely. You never know what's in here. Could be more bugs or other things.
You do hear that, though? Somewhere far away to the east, the sound of waves echoing in a larger cave.
The more this leads, but this might lead to the outside. That's where the waves.
Your mind goes back to Fenicus's talk of smugglers.
This might be a smuggler's cave. I'm gonna peek around the corner. Do I see anything? I go down the area over there.
Those are your footsteps, by the way. Okay, yeah, you peep around the corner there. The path opens onto a tall, cathedral-like room. Its floor white with guano and crawling with beetles. Overriding the pungent odor of the guano is the smell of the sea? No, the smell of brackish water as the lake spills into somewhere ahead.
Okay, I know you don't like bugs, Carolyn, but there might be some bugs.
These beetles seem very, normal.
They're still bugs.
That is true.
So I'm just gonna step down here and have a look at the area.
Now, Scuff, as you step into the cathedral-like cavern there, you remember the talk that Fenicus gave of the swarms of bats coming and going at each end of the day. And glancing up in your torchlight, you see that the ceiling of the chamber is a shuffling, undulating reverse carpet of small furry bodies as a large swarm of bats is roosting above. You think that perhaps making your way quietly might be the best way forward.
Yes, either we sneak past and try not to disturb them, or we try to scare them off, like really loudly. What do you guys think?
Sneaking. Definitely sneaking.
I will try.
Okay, so let's do a group stealth check, please. Scuff.
Yep, you will try.
How'd you go?
Wow, even with disadvantage, it's 22.
Nice.
Wow.
Carolyn?
7.
Reese?
Wait, you still have your bardic inspiration if that would help.
I'm trying to save that for if I'm gonna die.
I have 3 more of them, so go for
Okay,
it.
I'm gonna use one then.
It's a d6.
Okay, 10.
Okay. And Reese?
25.
Okay. For a respectable total of 19. So, yes, you sneak into the room, and whilst there is the occasional slip on the guano and covered floor, and the occasional crunch of a beetle underfoot, the roosting bats do not seem disturbed.
Helen's just like thinking, ew, 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 with every step.
I'm glad I wore my metal today. I can't even feel that floor.
Yeah,
I'm
Reese
going to be making
vanishes.
I'm going to be making use of that prestidigitation quite a lot, I think.
Now,
Here's something.
as you make your way towards that far side there, you do, again, once more hear waves surging in from the lake outside. And you see this wide cave has a low ceiling and is mostly filled with water. A crescent of sandy shore surrounds the lapping water. At the top of a rock breaks the water's surface, as you can see. Are you going to go into the space there?
Yeah. Let's go for that and then walk into space.
Please.
Seems like almost like a smuggler den. Some sort.
As you make your way into the space and get a little closer, you can see that the rock jutting out of the water there is carved with a number of strange glyphs and a rough depiction of a 3-eyed, tentacled, fish-like creature.
Oh,
a pair of manacles dangles from the rock.
what do you make of it, guys?
Do we have any context for what this might be?
So people can roll me a nature check.
Okay. 6.
5.
You have never
I don't know, but it's messed up.
15.
I don't know, it's weird.
15. Scuff, with a 15, I'll say you've seen depictions of something similar, like as monsters in children's books, but I'm not sure what it is.
There were stories of sea monsters that looked sort of like this. We were warned of them when we traveled with the guard out in the sea. And mostly terrify kids from going too far out of the water. But I don't know what it is. Just know it's depicted in tales.
Why didn't we bring Arius with us?
We wouldn't have gotten this far if Arias was here. We would have clank everywhere.
That is true. That is very. Although maybe I wouldn't have died against the bugs. Sorry, I'm a bit stressed. I'm covered in guano and still recovering from being dead, nearly. Yeah.
I'll save the cleaning for once we have to go back through all the guano again.
Yes. Yes, quite.
And that this place seems to be almost like an entryway. Probably used by the smugglers I was mentioning. It would like
makes sense.
Not terribly keen on any entryway that requires manacles to get in.
I don't think it requires manacles, but it might require diving.
Now, Scuff.
Mm-hmm.
As you go down to the shore there, the water erupts up, and a cry goes out from something that emerges out of the watery depths between the exits to the cave and the stone. And a very interesting looking figure appears out of the water, emerging up, having sneakily crept up upon you all. Sorry, I beat your passive perceptions. He rises up. Look at this great, this token's amazing. This
Boy.
This fella comes up dressed like a sailor, you would think, mostly, from the looks of him. But very different. As you can see, let's see here. Yes, this what appears to be a human, pale, hairless, and garbed in an oilskin coat. But his furrowed brow reveals a glowing third eye, and slimy tentacles slither out from inside his coat. And as he lunges up out of the water and does a surprise round there, he's going to use his psychic lash against you, Scuff, right there. Please make an intelligence saving throw.
Will do. That will be a +1. That would be a 12.
12. Just fails, I'm afraid.
Ooh.
So as you gaze into this baleful third eye, you see terrible images flashing through your mind across the vast reaches of the outer planes. You are spent on a journey that terrifies you to your very core, and you take 9 psychic damage.
Oof. Ouch.
He then sneers to himself. Thank you, Zarsky. And says, I believe there is someone here who would like to see you. And he calls upon his aboleth god, Tiamat Hong Kong. I name thee. Send forth your beasts. And with a boiling of the waters, he grins and slips once more beneath the waves, and something else rises up above as a vast tentacle fish-like clawed creature grabs up out of the water. Tiamat roar in chat as this creature emerges from the waves. Everyone, we need some initiative.
Oh boy.
Shit.
Now, bear in mind that
I roll well now.
The giant
Okay.
centipedes almost killed them.
Concern.
I'm sure it's fine.
Chul. He has slipped beneath the waves, but I'll leave him there because it's an amazing token. Alright. So, how do we go, folks? How's your scuff?
That's 6.
6, thank you. Okay, so, Kellen Sturgrove, as this creature rises up out of the water, what do you do?
Oh no, we don't like that. We don't like that at all. Oh, you're going to make fine sushi. I'm going to cast Chromatic Orb.
Dragonborn cuisine, yummy.
Does a 24 hit?
Yes, it does.
Excellent.
No, it's Robojax.
So that is going to be. Let's do lightning damage because it's come out of the water. I think Kaelin would be like, yes, lightning. It won't like that. And oh shit, that's really bad on the damage.
Oh.
3d8. I rolled 5 lightning damage.
Oh, wow.
2 2s and a 1.
Bad luck, mate. So yes, crackling across the chamber, the lightning slams into the creature, and it looks perturbed. There it goes. Okay. And anything else in your turn?
Panic, which is a free action, right?
You may, yes, indeed.
Excellent.
Reese! The cultist.
Reese is going to summon a minor illusion of Scuff next to the jewel.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
yep. Scooch just right over here. Nope, that's not the sorry. Right over there. Right in between the two people that might need healing.
Okay.
That's me done.
Let's put this on there. Note it. Alright, thank you. And that brings us to the Chul. It's gonna make an insight check. Does it get any insights against it or anything?
If I suppose it could do an investigation check to determine if it is real.
Let's see how clever is our Chul friend. It has -3 to its intelligence. I rolled a 2, so that means -1.
Yeah.
You'll love to see it.
I was going to roll to see who it went for, but with a -1, it will definitely go for the illusion. Now, if it interacts with it, it does have 2 pincer attacks, but one of them will just harmlessly click through the illusion, and it just roars in frustration and then goes for the real Scuff with its second attack.
Yeah, if these illusions can eat at least one of these attacks, happy to do it.
Indeed. And Scuff. That is going to be a 10. You're okay. Clearly angered by this frustrating thing.
Yeah.
Oh, actually. Sorry, Reese. Sorry, I'm going to have to do something there. It's actually going to go with both of its attacks towards you, Scuff, because it has the ability Sense Magic. So it realizes that is a magical construction and not the real thing. As the other pincer goes for you. Ooh, 21, Scuff.
Wouldn't it also be sensing that Scuff is magic since his armor is humming?
It is humming, but
How
it
long
senses.
does that happen?
It says, ooh. It's like, ooh, canned food. I think it's finished by now.
Yeah,
Okay.
probably.
Okay, that second is a 21, I'm afraid. That is 12 bludgeoning.
Ouch.
You good?
That is 1 HP.
Ooh, and you are grappled, my friend.
That is not good.
Oh, good.
Okay, so it grabs you there. And it's your turn, Scuff. It is trying to pull you towards those tentacles in its face.
Scuff's gonna look at this thing in with a horrified look.
Mm-hmm.
This thing. That's what it. It's the one I told you about. And he's gonna try his damnedest to just get away from it desperately.
Childhood nightmares.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're trying to escape?
This is the one he's been warned about, like, all the time. He's gonna try to slip away from it.
Ah, well, you're grappled, so you need to make an escape.
Yep.
That is a
pull strength check,
acrobatics,
or athletics check?
acrobatics or athletics.
Okay, I will do. Doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me, so I will do either. Let's go with athletics. Might as well.
Okay. 15 is enough. You pry open the pincers and drop to the ground. Escaped.
This thing is horrifying. He's also gonna dig deep within himself.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, no stuff. You had nightmares of this before, but we can do it now. As he's gonna use his second wind in order to regain a little bit of HP.
Nice. Good idea.
Let's see how much. Wow. Okay, max. That's 12 HP back.
Amazing.
Awesome.
Very needed.
Okay, so you come back to the top there. Okay, nicely done. And that's the end of your turn, right?
Yeah. That's it.
Okay, Karen Stogarov, Reese on deck.
Okay.
By the way, Reese, is that concentration, the illusion?
Sorry, nope, I don't believe so.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, look.
Okay, I'm going to try again because I'm still getting a hang of this whole business. So, chromatic orb at the Chul. That is going to be an 18 to hit.
Good up. Actually, sorry. By the way, Reese, is this minor illusion?
Yep.
Yeah, that can't do people. Sorry.
I can do a like whatever could fit in a 5-foot cube.
You can create the sound or an image of an object.
Okay.
Yeah, so you need something like major illusion for an actual person.
Okay.
It's a little tricky. It's just like a little mannequin of Scuff.
Yeah, basically, it's not going to pass
Scuff doll.
like actual inspection, but it'll,
Yeah.
maybe confuse somebody who isn't paying attention.
We don't have a merch shop, but as soon as we do, keep your eyes open for the Scuff doll.
Yay!
Scuff action
yeah.
figure. Sorry. It's got the little button on the back. It's just his sword.
That's great.
Okay.
And
Sorry,
then
good.
with shield.
Yeah.
So, throwing another chromatic orb, 18 to hit.
18 hits.
Yeah.
But Scuff,
So
if you roll a natural one, the Scuff action figure bursts into flames.
Okay, that's
No.
better. That's how we roll damage. That's 2 8s and a 2 for 18 points of lightning damage.
18.
18.
Nice. That's
Much
much
better.
better. Much better.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that crackles in and slams into the creature again. It just as it slams into there. Nicely done.
Now, I do have a quick question. It's probably a no, but just as a clarification, I have an item that lets me use Misty Step.
Okay.
Now, you can't cast 2 spells as an action and a bonus action, but it's activating an object to do it. How would you rule that?
Now, usually casting a spell from an object is the same as casting the spell.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. That's fine.
Like,
Thank you for the clarification.
Interacting with with an object, so opening a door or something is free, but okay. Thank you, Reese.
Don't think we should just haul it out of here? Leave this thing locked up in the basement and put something heavy on top of the trapdoor?
I mean, 2 of us have nearly died now. Let's These things are going. I don't know.
Scuff looks definitely like he wants to leave, but also something inside him is telling him that if this thing exists so close to the town, if there's a possibility it could go to the town, and that would be bad.
Meanwhile, the town is being overtaken by a horde of rats and mice that we let out of the tower.
And centipedes, yeah.
Let's ban this one.
Okay, if it looks like we are actually gonna fight, Reese will throw a dagger.
Okay, go for it.
I never have to actually look at his stuff. How is a 16?
Just hits.
Yeah.
Ooh. And that is 6 damage.
Okay. So yep, the knife slams into the chitinous bits between the plates there, and it bellows angrily. Anything else?
Gonna just put a little more distance between me and the tool.
Okay, where are you moving to?
Right, just sidestepped behind Scuff.
Okay.
That's me done.
Could you please make an intelligence saving throw, Reese?
Yep.
Ah.
15?
Okay. You take half of the psychic lash damage, which is probably a good thing. So half of 17 is 8.
Ouch.
So you take 8 psychic damage as the head of the cultist just like pops up above the water and that baleful eye flares. And he casts that psychic lash again. Okay, and that brings us to the Chul's turn. Scuff. Yeah. Only a 9.
Just gonna. Oh, so. Oh.
So it's gonna what?
No, sorry. I saw the. No, it was worse. I thought you were calling for me.
Oh, right. No. So the Chul is attacking you. And the second pincer goes for you. That's a 21.
Scuff will at that point dig deep within himself and use his reaction to activate an ability that so far he's never used. A ability that lets him draw upon a defensive power built within him called Vigilant Guardian.
Okay.
It allows him to cast basically a shield on himself.
Huh.
What does that make your AC?
Sorry, not Vigilant Guardian, it's the other ability. But same thing. It does bump my AC up to 23 for 1 round.
Just the Vigilant Guardian? Or Guardian Shield?
Guardian Shield would be the one, yeah.
Yes. Okay. That is enough. Yeah. Okay. So you are kept up by that. Okay, the pincers just slam down around you, but that energy just out and guards you and saves you from that. Okay, and it's your turn, Scuff.
This thing is really bad news, everyone. Does it look injured at all?
A little bit, yeah.
I don't know if we can beat these two alone. But this creature, if it comes to the town, it can be really bad. What do you guys
We
think?
could inform the Jedricks that there's a problem that they could protect people from.
I think they're gonna
You're
do
having a very leisurely conversation here. Come on, let's go.
something.
If we're gonna run, we should at least grab my knife.
The Scuff's gonna take a little sidestep down here and go full defensive as he takes a deep breath, tries to calm himself and prepare for what's coming on. Try to dodge out of the way.
Noted. And Karen Sturgrove.
All right. Helen, seeing what happened to Reese, is going to use one last chromatic orb of electric, but this time he's going to aim for the head floating in the water. Because he's got a nice big red eye to target. Almost like a bullseye, you could say.
It does, doesn't it? Yes.
Just dagger him in the eye.
Ha.
Did somebody say natural 20? Yes, they did.
Yeah.
If you got to focus
All
on this,
right.
Phoenix is flying.
Okay. So, double the dice, leave the bonus aloneness?
Nope.
Although there is no bonus.
It's a which spell is this?
Chromatic orb.
Chromatic orb will be.
Are we doing?
24 plus 3d8.
Oof. Okay.
So it's a max plus a roll of the dice.
Okay.
Hey,
So
Baron.
35 lightning damage.
Ooh, massive strike as it crashes out through and electrifies the water all around him. He's just like. So again, so it's 30. What? Sorry.
35.
35. Okay, they are instantly blooded. It doesn't sound that confident anymore.
No, that was Kellen.
Yes. he's like. Okay. Thank you. Anything else?
No, I'm gonna stay there.
Okay,
I
Reese.
Yeah, I'm going to go. Can I get to my dagger and just?
You can certainly try.
Okay.
Make me a sleight of hand check.
The thing I am best at. 23.
Okay, yes, you do. Parkour off its spindly, chitinous leg, grab the dagger out in a spray of sickly green-looking liquid, and spin round and land back on the beach.
Yep. And then I'm gonna, the rest of my movement is let's get out of here.
Okay, there'll be a attack of opportunity there.
Yep, that's fine.
Goes for you with its pincer. Yeah. Only a 10.
Nope.
Okay. That brings us to the creature's turn. Scuff. Intelligence saving throw, please.
Will do. See how...
So a slightly fried cultist comes up.
It's a 4.
Ooh, you take the full damage, I'm afraid. That is going to be
Uh-oh.
18 psychic.
And Scuff goes down.
Okay, Scuff falls limp to the floor. As the guy says. Frequently. Okay. And the Chul will scutter over him towards the rest of you onto the beach there. Carolyn Sturgrove.
Hi.
Hi. Natural 1. And 21.
No, it's. Can I use a reaction?
To do it.
I would like to cast Silvery Barbs.
Oof, yes.
Okay, so reroll. 14.
Shield. Wait. No, I can't use shield. Shit. Okay. Yeah, that just hits.
Oh, nice try. By the way, Reese, who gets the advantage? Just on the off chance.
I'm gonna give the advantage to Carolyn.
Okay.
Thank you.
That is 10 bludgeoning, Carolyn.
Okay. I'm alive.
You here? Okay, but you are grappled.
I'm alive.
The
Okay.
pincer wraps around you and grabs onto you.
Okay.
And we are rolling a death save for our friend Scuff there. Scuff, what part of your past flashes before your eyes?
He sees his mother telling him stories from a great old tome, a storybook of sorts. As he flicks through the pages, eager to see the next couple of pages before she gets there. He peeks and sees a terrifying creature amongst the pages. As he slams the pages he's been peeking back down.
Thank you. Right, so that brings us round to Karen Sturgrove.
Okay, so I'm grappled,
You
okay?
are.
Alright. I'm going to
Go on.
run my
Acrobatics.
thumb along my... I'm gonna run my thumb along my amulet and I'm gonna misty step the fuck out of there.
Nice. To where to?
I don't know. I kind of want to run, but there's bats in there, and my colleagues are dying. So it's 30 feet, right? Do you know what? Screw it. Look, life's all about taking risks. I'm gonna go over here.
Onto the rock.
I'm going to the road.
Just the cultist is like, my sacred temple! Okay. Anything else?
So that was my bonus action, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. So I see this head bobbing out of the water, and I'm a punch him.
Karen is Utrick.
Yeah. Oh, that is.
Don't forget the advantage.
I have an advantage. Thank you. Okay. That's not much better. Can I use my D4s?
Yes, you may
So I
use
have
one.
two.
You may use one on one.
Okay,
on a
that's
roll.
fine. That's fine. Does a 13 hit? That's with advantage and a D4.
Just misses. Sorry.
Ah! I just
So
punch
close.
the waves.
So close, it just like bobs down. And you go, aha!
Yeah. it's like one of those fairground games, whack-a-mole.
Yes, yeah. Whack a cultist. Okay, there are definite theocracies where they have whack a cultist. Okay, at the fair, and that's the end of your turn, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, Reese.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on Scuff.
Hey.
Okie doke.
Welcome back to 12 HP.
Nice.
A lot of spells.
Meanwhile, Luce and Arius are just
The back
sat in a cafe.
Back of that cafe with that drow, yeah.
Yeah. I wonder what the rest of the group are up to.
Okay, thank you. Anything else, Reese?
Action. Oh, okay. I'm just.
Guys, this would be a really good time for some donations right now.
Help them.
I'm gonna stay within the Chul's range, but I'm just gonna scooch over a little bit.
Noted. Okay, you just dance around the edge of it there. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let's go, guys. Let's go.
The Chul chitters and
Quiet.
gurgles through those tentacles confusedly again as Scuff starts moving against on the floor after it walked past. So Scuff is going to go for you with its pincer.
Yep.
That is 22.
That's it.
That is 13 bludgeoning. So that's down again, right?
And we're down.
Oh, Scuff's limp form is in the Chul's claw. And he is down. I missed the thing. Where is it? Boop. Okay, and that one, and get rid of the prone. Okay, so its second. Actually, you know what? Has you grappled, so it can use its second melee attack to use its tentacles on you, Scuff. So Reese, you watch helpless as the pincer swings around towards its gaping maw, and all of its tentacles starts to eagerly, anticipatorily start to towards you, and you are embraced by the tentacles in the tool's mouth, and poison floods through your body, and you take 2 fails on your death saves. And at the same time, that cultist bobs up out of the water, leaping onto the edge of the rock next to you, Carolyn, and lashes out with their tentacles that came out of their sleeves. Misses with a 9.
Yep.
And natural 1.
Yes!
It's just like...
Go away! Go away! Go away! Go away! Go away!
Slap fight.
Now, as this happens, you hear a voice. Mina, 大丈夫? 大変そうだね。大丈夫です。私守ってるよ。As a female dragonborn voice echoes through the cave from somewhere you can't see. And my student of a few hours ago, who is a doctor, unknowingly donated, not knowing the various reward levels, but they donated at the party heal level. And a healing magic suffuses the entire cave as the doctors of Kashima Hospital donates to this very worthy cause. I was very happy with her disgust at what happened with Roe vs. Wade. Just see if that's gone through there.
That's a total max heal.
Harapeko, oh, Japanese. Yeah, Harapeko, I'm in Japan. Have been for a very long time, longer than I was at home. Okay, so there we go. Yes, my doctor sends their regards. Dun, 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 dun.
So we're all fully healed?
You are all back at max HP. Yes.
That doesn't include spell slots now, does it?
No, it does not. It's not a long rest.
Oh, wow.
Yep, she is the head doctor of the local hospital. Has to put up with my my various problems, and but is a good student and a generous one at that. And it just so happens that with the current exchange rate, a nice round 10,000 yen note means $75, which is the group heal. Okay.
Amazing.
Yes. Thank you so much. Okay. I shall send her your regards. And thank you those in chat as well. Thank you. I will, Mac, I will. Okay. She's like, you just hear that voice again. Ganbatte! Akirame de! Dekiru yo! Okay.
So, I have no idea what that said. That must be the voice of an angel.
Must be Dragonborn Angel. I don't know about the Draconic Pantheon. I mean, we've got both ends. We've got Tiamat on one side, and then this Draconic Angel on the other side. The Draconic Pantheon is warring against each other in this cave. With that noisy bastard in the water. Okay, Scuff. You are alive and well, but grappled.
Scuff's gonna...
That's right, Arabeko. Never give up.
Ooh.
We have a Draconic speaker in chats.
Scuff's gonna kind of just freak out.
Platoons in the Wakiverse, which is our universe here between all our campaigns, Draconic has always been Japanese. There is a story behind that, but we're in the thick of things here. Sorry, Scuff.
Hey, it's like in my campaign.
Yeah.
If you speak giant, you're basically speaking Norwegian.
Ah, nice. Yeah, perfect.
It works well.
That's a good language to know as well. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very fitting language. And if you if you're a ogre and you're speaking common, you have to rhyme. That's just how it is.
Oh, I like that.
It's just how it is.
It's awesome.
Scuff's gonna kind of freak out and kind of forget his defensive style and just like try slashing at these weird tentacles that are everywhere, bashing at them as much as he can.
Yes. Yeah, they... okay, so you're going to roll to hit? There's no disadvantage or anything, you're straight, you can
He
attack?
will, yes.
Okay.
That's 22.
Definitely hits.
For a total of 8 damage.
8? Okay, nice. You slash, you cut off a few of the tentacles as it recoils from your sudden vigor.
And as he's freaking out, he's gonna dig very deep and action search to do it again.
Yes!
Let's go.
He is freaking out badly. I'm gonna. Did I have a have an inspiration from the previous session?
That they don't carry over into the charity event, sorry. Just donations
okay.
this week. It will, if you had one, it will come back next time.
Okay, fair enough.
Just taking a rest. taking a rest.
Yeah. He's gonna leave that as is then.
Okay.
With a 7.
That's a miss, I'm afraid. Karen Stargrove. Slapsies on the rocks.
Right. So
Sounds like a cocktail. Slapsies on the rocks.
is the water? How deep is the water around this little?
You're not sure. It's deep enough for a cultist to entirely disappear from time to time. There is like a lightning underneath the water. It looks like there is a underwater opening to the lake beyond.
Yeah. Okay. Well, first things first. Options are limited, so dude's gonna get a ray of frost.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and. I know it doesn't freeze the water, unfortunately.
No,
but
not
that
that
would be
strong.
great. Just the next time he bobs his head up, just freeze the water around him.
So disadvantage, I'm afraid.
Yeah, it is. But let's.
Shooting the big
Do it.
creature wouldn't be though.
That is true. All right, we'll go for the chul.
Okay. No, it's still just if there's someone next to you, it's disadvantage. It doesn't matter.
Oh.
It doesn't matter whether,
Oh.
which is because they are distracting you from shooting.
Okay.
Any ranged attack, magical or non-magical.
Okay, so not bad. A disadvantage. What's the bonus? 21 to hit.
For the Chul or the cultist?
At the I don't know now. I rolled really well. No, we'll go for the cultist.
Okay.
'Cause he's hurt.
Yep.
So 21.
What's the damage? Nice.
Is that a D8? Yeah. D8. 6 points
right.
of frost damage.
Ooh. He hollers in pain. Okay. Thank you.
And I'm gonna use my movement and I'm gonna attempt to get back to shore.
Okay.
So
He's
you
going
tell me
to-
what happens.
He's going to lash out with his tentacles.
Of course.
Rah! 17.
Yep, that'll hit.
Okay. You take 11 bludgeoning damage,
Oh, I'm alive.
but you do not get back to shore because you are grappled.
Oh.
So as you leap off the rock, you do a beautiful dive, beautiful form, but then these tentacles just slam around you like, oh, breath's knocked out of you, and you stopped mid-air as it wraps around you. He's like,
Okay, that's fine.
Reese.
I'm gonna just daggers at the jewel. Knives out.
Knives out.
I'm hoping at the end of this session we just cut to Kaelin, who's still in her trance in the room.
It's all a dream.
Yep.
We
Dirty
just
20
cut to loose with action figures of you all like, yeah. That hits, Reese.
and 19.
Was that
And-
2 attacks or sorry?
That was action and bonus action
Oh, get it.
with
So,
the two hand.
using the offhand. Yep.
Yeah.
Have you got two-handed weapon fighting, or are you using the without the attribute bonus?
Without the attribute bonus.
Okay, look. They both hit. What's the total damage?
That's gonna be. Sorry.
And are you adding your sneak attack?
I don't have sneak attack.
You do. because Scuff's right there.
But I'm a bard.
Oh, sorry. He's just so roguish all the time.
He's so roguish all the time, and he's only becoming more roguish.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. I'll multi-class into rogue and solve it all for everybody. Okay, sorry. That's 8.
My bad.
7 for 1, and
Tell you keep this RP up. I will give you sneak attack. we can create a feat.
I would love that. Sorry, 7 and 2, 9.
Okay, 9 total. Nice. Done. Okay, thank you. Anything else?
Brain doesn't do maths, and
No
that's
problem, no problem.
done.
Okay, the creature, Chul. Okay, Scuff. You are still grappled, aren't you? Okay, it's going to bring you in for that Chulian kiss once more. A Constitution saving throw, please.
Will do. One of my best saves.
Nice.
That's a 17.
Okay, yes, you feel the poison trying to work its way into your system again as you're wrapped in the tentacles, but it does not take effect. And a pincer swings around towards you, Reese. 19?
Oh yeah.
Okay, that is 13 bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
You are also grappled.
So we're all grappled.
Yeah, you are actually. I'll
Oh,
say,
party grapple.
Carolyn, you would have got to here. As you leapt off the
Okay.
rock. And then you were grabbed. It's like tentacles for all. Actually, no, tentacles and claws. Welcome in, everyone. We are doing a charity event for elevated access. If you are able, please donate and save our adventurers from this level 1 adventure. Although the Chul is not supposed to be here. That's Tiamat's fault. Okay. Scuffels.
Yeah, he doesn't like these weird tentacle things.
Oh, sorry. Hang on. Let me do my my aberrant acolyte.
Mm-hmm.
Da-da-da-da. Okay. Let's see here. Carolyn,
Mm-hmm.
I need...
To stop.
I need... Oh, where is it? God, stupid long description. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh god, where does it say the friggin' saving throw? Can you be charmed?
Can I be charmed?
Yes. There it is.
Are
Are you immune to charm?
I don't believe so.
Okay, it was saying the condition immunity is top right.
No.
Okay. You need to make a wisdom saving throw. Ugh. Ugh.
Oh, I have advantage on wisdom saving throws. Yes. Okay.
Yes, you hear that voice in your mind. Come on.
All right. That is a 17.
Okay, you hear the mocking yet convincing tones of the cultist in your mind. Join my cults. Worship the one that dwells beneath. Together, we shall kill your friends and bathe in their blood. But you're like, no.
I don't know you.
We have free
Ain't
biscuits.
nobody got time for that.
Okay. And it is Scuff, did you have your go? Sorry. I jumped back
he
there a
did
second. No, so Scuff, please.
The creature, it still looks pretty well shaped, right?
It's it's got bits hanging off and some tentacles missing, but yeah. Oh, Patoon's jammy dodges. Tempting. Yeah.
At this point, I don't think there's much that Scott feels like he can do. He will just keep going at it, trying to
just
bring this thing
just
down.
wailing on it. It's like, "Get back where you came from, into those
Yeah,
watery depths."
He will just hammer at it as much as he can,
Go for it, mate.
over and over again. I'm just wondering.
Is this with your
where
longsword
am
or short
I?
sword?
Yes, short sword.
Okay.
I was just checking if I have a 16.
Nice. Just hits.
I was just checking if I have a shield
It's a
bash, but I do
big
not.
chitinous boy.
That is a
Ah,
6.
damn it.
He keeps
I
bashing
tried.
at these tentacles.
I tried. Okay, the good news is that has bloodied it.
Blooded. Oh, okay.
It's-
Ooh. Big chunky boy.
He is a big chunky
So we're
boy.
halfway. And how many times have we gone unconscious?
You are living on a prayer.
We are living on a donation.
Okay. Any bonus action?
No, he's used all of his bonus actions right now.
All right. Captain Stargrove.
I'm just clutching my custard creams discomfort.
Platoons, join us. They have the custom creams.
Cartoons will be joining us on Monday.
Hey.
That's a little spoiler for you there. Okay, let's continue.
To Rodania.
Yes, more on that later. Let's finish off this panic attack first. So here's the deal.
Enjoy
I have
Platoons.
one hit.
Patch is an awesome
I
game.
am-
You can have a fun time.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have 1 hit point. I am grappled. I have no spell slots.
Cantrip Club.
So, I mean, yeah. I mean, is it going to be an action to try and escape?
Uh-huh.
And then would that provoke an attack of opportunity?
I'll say because you've busted out and like knocked him back to escape. Then no, in that instance, no.
I'm going to try for that.
Slightly
If I
generous move.
punch him, he's just going to eat me. So, is that what's that?
It's acrobatics or athletics.
Definitely acrobatics.
Do you want to strunk it or slip and slide?
And I'm going to preemptively use my other D4 for this. Oh, yes, let's definitely use the D4 for that. Okay. 10 total.
That is not enough, I'm afraid.
Oh no.
You try to squirm and try and get at me. He's like, yeah, I said join me.
So is that my action?
Yes.
Okay. I can do nothing else.
Any bonus action spells?
Oh, I could have hit it and then tried to grapple him back. Grappleception. No. No. I don't believe I have any bonus action spells. So yeah, I'm spent.
Noted. Reese. Yeah, folks. Even just a little can give them that D4 and knock them over.
I'm gonna go for the acrobatics.
Okay.
Does a 21 escape?
Absolutely, yes. You twist expertly and break the hold and then drop down to the sand.
Yeah. Reese is
No.
going to attempt. Oh no, Reese needs to stay put
It's like-
for the time being to inspire Carolyn.
Okay, it's like the Underpants gnome plan. It's like escape, grapple, something, freedom. Okay, so inspiration to Carolina, D6.
Yep.
Thank you.
I'm gonna
Okay.
back away from the chul.
Okay. Speaking of, it is the Chul's turn. It has a spare claw free. Scuff. Snip, snip. Although it is actually going to try and do those tentacles again. Yes, it
Oh,
still
no.
has you. So that Constitution saving throw, please. I do not consent. I do not consent.
19.
Okay, no problem. You are strong against this poison. It's gonna angrily hiss and snap at you and go for you with its other pincer. 25.
Ugh. Ugh. Blah. Go away.
10 bludgeoning.
Oh,
And
that's pain.
Carolyn, my friend.
Hello.
Hello. Let's have a look here. Do I still have another one of those? Yes! Give me another wisdom saving throw, please.
Another one?
Yeah.
My dear, you're very charming, but no, you come on a bit too strongly. That's going to be a 24.
Oh dear. Okay. Its suggestions are not to be heeded. He's like, oh, but come on.
I just look into his eyes and say, I'm going to kill you.
How do you look into all three of them at once?
I concentrate on the middle one.
The Corey like focuses in himself.
And I say, you're going to die tonight. It will be by my hands.
Excellent. Okay. Scuffels. Hey, I didn't throw this jewel in here, Phantom.
No. No, he didn't.
Patch nearly did.
Patch never did, yeah. Surprisingly enough, he feels. I wouldn't say he feels safer here, but the tentacles seem to be doing very little to him.
Right. And I keep doing it because the jewel's so unintelligent, right? It's got this minus to intelligence. So just like it's like, oh, why is it not working?
Scuff's gonna try to like grab his sword, like hold the butt of his sword, and then jab it up towards the where the inside of the tentacles will be, like past tentacles.
Okay.
Hoping that will do something or other.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
Okay. Sleight of hand. Do I have that? Yeah, I do. +3. That's a 9 in the sleight of hand check.
Oh, okay. Noted. Okay, so roll to hit.
Roll to hit. That's a
21. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll the damage. If you'd passed that sleight of hand, it would have been a critical.
No.
So 9. 9 is not enough, I'm afraid.
That's a 7 damage.
7, 8, nothing. Okay. Yes.
Jabs upwards.
Slam. Yes. Boom across, and it's like.
He's gotta go down sometime.
Have at him. Have at him. Okay. Karen's go.
Okay. I'm gonna have to try and get out again.
Okay.
I got very little choice. So yeah, acrobatics, don't fail me dice. Ooh, a 22.
Nice. Swoop.
Okay.
Slip out.
So where do I? All right, can I use my full movement to get back on land at least?
Sure.
Okay. How far will that get me? Because if am I swimming or what?
Do you have a swim speed?
I don't believe so. Let me have a look. It doesn't say.
No. If you click on the speed, it shows the proper rundown.
I just have walking.
Time Lord's wife, welcome. TPK, you say? Should I not be watching? Everyone, do join us in a matter of hours when Time Lord's wife, Darling Creepshow, and Scarlet64 will be our special guests for a fantastically random one-shot. Everything randomly generated on the spot, and we shall see what is in store. Good to see you, Time Lord's wife. Cannot wait to play tomorrow. For me. Later for you. Okay. So, yes, you managed to, you don't have that swim speed, so that'll be 10 feet to get to there, and so you've got, and then it's 15 feet to get to there.
Okay, that's not bad. 20, 25, I'm just gonna stay there and hug the wall and be like, look over to Reese and be like, just get the fuck out of here.
Okay. Reese.
Yeah, Reese is gonna take that note and
Oh, thank you, Tony's wife.
let's try and sneak across the bat hall.
Okay, make a stealth check.
Do bats like seafood?
Maybe. That is a natural 20 for 26 stealth.
Dice are on fire!
Reese? What Reese? Okay. So yep, you start moving in that direction?
Kellen looks over to Reese, looks back, and then looks over, Reese is just gone. They're like, you're with us!
Blink and you miss it, blink and you miss it. Alright, thank you. And let's have a look here. That brings us to the Chul. It is going to try... it's too stupid not to. Scuff, it tries to poison you again.
Oh no.
Come save.
23.
Nice, yeah, no problem at all. It's like... And just goes with the pincer. 21.
21 is a hit.
10 bludgeoning again.
Oh. I'm joining Carolyn over there with my 2 HP.
Oh, boy.
Okay, now, Karen, you hear a voice from the waves behind you. You can run, but you can't hide. Can you please make a wisdom saving throw?
A wisdom saving throw. If we insist, that's a natural 20.
Okay, you shrug off the effects of vicious mockery. Nice. Okay, Scuff.
Scuff's gonna try to break free and flee.
Okay. Acrobatics
let's go
or
with,
athletics?
Let's go with acrobatics this time. Just
Okay.
why not?
It's working for everyone else.
And I'm gonna add in a 1d4 on this because I need it, I think.
Okay.
That would definitely need it with a natural 1. That's a let's see what happens.
Still grappled?
Yeah, still grappled and a 37 on the wild magic.
37, okay. Wild magic surges around you, crackling around your form.
You were instantly teleported home with full HP and all your friends alive.
Oh, nice.
What's that?
It was all just a dream.
Fighter?
Yeah.
Just the fighter. Okay. The cultist starts to whoop and holler in delight as you grow a giant frog ear. That's what it says.
No.
Frog ear. I don't
Oh.
think I've seen a frog have.
I don't think
think you
frogs
have
had
it.
ears.
Quote unquote. You grow a frog ear.
What is this?
Yep. I'm just rereading just to make sure. For the next 8 hours, you grow a large frog ear on your forehead, and you cannot be surprised. What is a
What
frog
is this
ear?
thing? Oh, what the hell?
I guess it's like,
Oh,
an
this is
opening. There's like an
disgusting.
opening in the skull or something.
Yeah, something like that, I guess.
There you go. So the cult is just like, one of us, one of us.
Well, I do have
one
ears.
of us.
They're little pads.
There you go. You got one of those. It's kind of
Ugh.
Stagrove.
Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna attempt to follow Reese,
Okay.
but while I do, rather than going stealthily, I'm gonna try and hit the Chul with a ray of frost
That's it.
to try and loosen its grip. Maybe.
Okay, go for it.
That's not a D20. That
Not at all.
is. Boy. I'm going to
Go,
use
go,
my
go, go.
D6 of inspiration because that's real bad. That's still real bad. A 10 to hit.
Oh, dearie me. Yes.
Yeah.
That is not enough, I'm afraid.
So, yeah, that misses while she runs through towards the cave going, shit, 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 shit.
Stop there a moment, if you would. $25. As you start to run into the cave, a massive pincer just grabs you from behind and stops you in your tracks. Ah! That is 10 bludgeoning.
Yeah. That's...
You're down, right?
well, I've got 1 hit point, so...
Oh, okay. So yes, you are knocked unconscious as the Chul's pincer grabs you as you try to sprint past its 10-foot reach. It just hasn't used it yet. Yeah. Okay. And, Reese, you look back, you see Carolyn sprinting towards you, but then a pincer wraps around her waist, and she is trapped.
Okay. Yeah, Reese is going to throw a dagger
Okay, spin
in
and
an
throw.
attempt to get, like, it's like, no, drop her, basically.
Okay.
Drop
and
it, drop it, bad.
You get advantage with that stealth check you rolled before. You were definitely hidden.
That is an 18 on the die.
Nice.
Plus 6.
Okay, yep,
is
hits.
Flop.
Just whistles through the air, slams into the creature.
Or 8 damage.
Nice. Okay, cuts into the beast. Okay. Anything else?
He starts just slinking along the side of the wall again.
Okay.
I'm coming back.
Let's go have fun, she said. We'll have a fun day out at the Wizard Tower, she said. Now she's dead!
The Chul, Carolyn, brings you in for a warm, soft embrace. There's a couple of failed saves there, and your body is paralyzed and unconscious.
Okay.
And Scuff, same for you, please. Constitution saving throw for you, though. Actually, no, to be fair, actually, Carolyn, your Constitution would still be your Constitution. You can make the save,
Okay.
right? Your immune system is your immune system while you're unconscious.
That's true.
I mean, it's a 10.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. That's a 10.
A 10 for you too?
Oh,
Okay. Scuff, you feel your body stiffen and paralyze. And...
good.
Just double check on that. Yes, you are paralyzed, I'm afraid. And you are poisoned. Okay, Scuff, it is your turn. You may attempt to escape. So make another con save.
19.
Okay, yes, you shake off the effects very quickly. But that is at the end of your turn, I'm afraid.
It is.
Karen Sergrove with the secret death save.
Yeah, here we go.
Noted. Okay. Reese. So Karen, you'll be over here now because it brought you in for the tentacles.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You see, Scuff, as you come back to consciousness, you see the cultist, like, preparing the manacles on the rock. He's like, yes, over here.
Uh-oh. I don't know what it's gonna do to us, but this is bad.
Yeah, Reese is gonna move up and try and basically kind of grab the dagger that kind of like landed in there and just yank on it to try, and then like do another stab to just try and break Carolyn free.
Okay, go for it.
The first one is so I'm just gonna 22.
Hits.
Would this kind of leverage give advantage for the second attack?
What's the damage on the first?
The damage is 6.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, 6.
Yep. Okay. That's. I wanted. It was at 26, and I decided if you got it to 20 or less, then that would you chop off its pincer arm.
Oh.
So it's the pincer arm just like goes off, and it's like, and Carolyn's body collapses into the sand.
Okay. Was that a yes or a no on the advantage for the second stab?
I will give you Carolyn, but not the advantage shot.
Okay, that's fine.
But it's
I'm happier with Carolyn.
Its AC is lower. That has one less arm to defend itself.
Okay. Does a 17 hit?
Yes, it does.
That is just 3.
3 damage. Okay. Ah. It is its turn. Okay. Seemingly frustrated, it is going to hurl Scuff into the water.
Oh God.
At the guy?
Splash, yeah, next to the guy.
Uh-oh.
Just
Oh, no.
hurls you in that direction. So you are no longer restrained. And then it turns angrily towards you, Reese. And goes for you. Yeah. Yes, that's a 21. That is 11 bludgeoning.
Reese is down.
Heal is down.
Okay. Reese goes unconscious as this pincer slams into them and knocks them into the sand. Anyone out there who wants to donate and save our friends, there's the link in chat. If you are able, please consider donating to our fantastic cause and the continuation of this campaign. Now, Scuff.
Yes.
Wisdom saving throw, please.
Yeah. Let's give it a shot. It's a +2. It's a possibility. I'm saying there's a chance with a 17.
Indeed, yes. You do not, you do not suffer the vicious mockery of this cultist lightly.
I will not be mocked by some low cultist.
As you're sputtering and coughing to get the water out of your mouth. Okay. Second death saving throw for Carolyn Sturgrove. What flashes before your eyes?
Probably the same memory over and over.
Okay. And Reese, how about you?
Reese is sitting next to a little like gray-skinned girl with pastel hair, and is teaching her how to go through a puzzle box.
Fantastic. Okay. You take that, and as those memories flash through your mind, a voice again echoes round the chamber. Draconic again, but deeper, more malevolent in nature. Connor. やつをこのやつを神にするか。私は神。竜のお母さん。竜の神。お前らは今日勝たないよ。As another voice also echoes through, a ghostly wailing voice, almost a phantom voice, if you will. Not like this. Not like this. And the phantom of the lighthouse keeper comes wailing down from above. And 2 full party heals are donated.
Oh, shit.
Oh, we might need them.
Oh.
Tiamat. Guilty conscience for releasing this jewel upon them, apparently. And yeah, Tanner's wife Japanese is draconic in our games because of my sons and their mixed language. And the ghost of the lighthouse keeper, who does exist in the floors above, that you just didn't go there, as played today by Phantom 491 Phantom, a wonderful friend. Do not fret, my friends. Yeah, the delay of of donating there had you both donate at the same time. I will keep that other group one for a different clutch moment, or maybe in a few minutes. We'll see. Party. Actually, I'll tell you what. With both of those slamming in at the same time, you may regain all of your hit points and all of your spell slots.
Hey, I just feel back.
Here we go. Here we go.
That's the only way forward. So,
Thank you so
the Tiamat's remorse brings back your... there was no reward on that one, Baron, so I'm not sure. I mean, that... Unless it was another monster drop, I don't know. But there was no nothing written on it. And I don't know who it was either, so I can't ask. Okay. If you donated that mysterious $50 and you forgot to choose one of the rewards, please tell me what it was. I'm not sure how I can do that. If you whisper me on Twitch, I can see it. Unless it wasn't, it was just a generous action. Okay. Oof. So, fully restored, as if a long rest had swept over you with the joint remorse of the Queen of Chromatic Dragons and the ghostly lighthouse keeper above, wanting you to do something down here for him. Just you didn't talk to him before you came down. You are fully healed and repowered afresh, and it is Scuff's turn.
Scuff, now feeling repowered, rechanneled, feeling the surge of the lighthouse ghost behind him. He looks down at this pitiful man in the water underneath. Says, "You make a mockery of life itself. I will take you down."
Okay. Are you leaping off his altar with your longsword?
Yes, he will do a straight up leap down.
Here on QuestJunkiesUK, we have something called Theatric Advantage. We do not do flanking, but if you do something cool, such as clamber onto a cultist's altar, leap through the air towards his swimming form with your longsword in hand, a la whoever it is that's leaping towards Thembershold in the D&D trailer, slow motion. Somewhere from beyond, Led Zeppelin starts to play, and actually, yeah, fuck this. The Vistani are rolling in.
I was going to say either that or a Avernus Rock.
Ooh.
But I won't say no to either.
Lady's choice. Kenan?
When's the last time we had a Avernus Rock?
Quite recently, actually. I used it in something recently.
Then let's go with Vistani.
Okay. As a ethereal music fills the chamber, echoing around, Scuff clambers arm over arm up onto the altar, defiling the defiled space with their fighter body. As they draw their longswords, turn and leap with advantage. Attack!
That is a 22.
That hits.
Can I just say I love being on this channel?
Cheers, mate.
It strikes down
Same.
4 damage, strong towards him, landing in the water next to this cultist.
Okay, and the total damage?
That was 4.
4. Okay, slashing through his body, he cries out in anger. And that brings us to Carolyn Sturgrove. As the camera swoops around the cave to you.
Oh, how interesting. I seem to be repowered. Now, what was I saying earlier? First things first, I do believe it is time for a bit of sushi. And we're gonna hit this big, spindly tentacle mess with a nice, big, shocking chromatic orb once again. And that's gonna be a 24 to hit.
Let's.
Alrighty then. Let me just get my damage dice. I'm in a good mood because we're
Baron
not
Dragonborn
gonna
makes very good
die,
points.
maybe.
Baron Dragonborn says only $165 away from whoops all pets.
Oh,
close.
boy.
So close.
Oh, and that's good. That's good. That's good. That's 8. That's 17 points of electric damage.
I could take a screenshot of my screen and show you, but I know you'll trust me. Exactly what it had left. Tell me what happens.
I think Kellen just looks up at the spindly creature lurking above with one pincer, and she just smiles cockily, raises an arm. I'm motherfucking Kellen Sturgrove. And just blasts it away.
The entirety of the chamber flashes and crackles with the energy. It arcs through the water. Scuff, you feel it tingling around you, and the tool is blown to smithereens.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And then I just turn and smile at the cultist, like, next?
Okay, Reese.
The great thing is I have spell slots, and the other thing is I have nothing to do with them. So I guess I'm just gonna throw a dagger.
Okay, you're sprinting across the edge of the shore.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna lose that dagger with a natural.
Oh.
So you say a natural 1?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, roll me some damage, please.
Wait, natural 1.
Roll me some damage,
Oh.
please.
Oh, no.
Yeah. 6.
6. Scuff! A dagger thuds into your side. You take 6 piercing damage.
Oh! Look,
I'm
Thank
so
you.
sorry.
Yes.
Thank you, Baron. Let those phoenixes fly! Okay, anything else, Reese?
Yes, actually. I'm gonna healing word Scott.
Brilliant.
He giveth and he taketh away. No, he taketh away, then he giveth, sorry.
Well, that's a total of effects, healing with 8.
Nice. It's as if nothing happens, Scuff.
As the dagger drops out, Scuff's gonna like pick the dagger up and keep it.
Roll me a sleight of hand check before it sinks into the waves.
Will do. That's a 15.
Okay, yes, you nimbly grab it. You see it glinting in the light of Carolyn's electric storm. Okay. Fantastic. And that brings us to you, mate.
Awesome.
Actually, no, because the tool. Sorry, I didn't have the.
I think
the tool was in there, wasn't it? Okay. the acolyte's like, no, what is happening? And is going to lash out just desperately with its tentacles at you, Scuff. 19.
19 does hit.
Okay, that is 8 bludgeoning. And 21.
Also hits.
6 bludgeoning. You are grappled again. He's just like grabbing onto you. He's like, no. I'll say the
Scuff
second.
takes the blows and anger grows in his
So
eyes.
the 8 bludgeoning was the tentacles wrapping around you. The 6 bludgeoning is just like slamming you against the altar. It's like, no. Okay. And your turn, Scuff.
Scuff is gonna use his action surge to use both the dagger that was thrown at him, gifted to him by Reese in a rather forceful way, and his sword, kind of like shifting them towards each other, kind of like a scissor, as he's gonna try to just straight up decapitate the cultist.
Okay. Again, that'll give you advantage again if you're just using that dagger from Reese there. It's like flash out, grab it from the water, and just bring it up with your sword into both sides of the cultist's neck.
Oh, I needed that advantage.
That hits.
That's a 20.
That hits. Yep. Roll me the short sword and the dagger's damage.
That'll be 1d4 plus 3 and plus 1d6 plus 3. That's a total of 11 damage.
11 damage. Okay, yes, you slam into the cultist and it is grievously injured. On its last legs, blood spills out into the water. And Scuff, you pass over to Carolyn.
He's yours to kill, Carolyn.
I will take a stroll over to the shore, and I'll look over and say, "Do you remember what I said when you had hold of me a short time ago? You're going to die tonight." And let's give him a nice, just a casual ray of frost. You know, nothing fancy, just. And that is a 19 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Okay. And that's gonna be 6 points of frost damage.
For the second time this evening, Carolyn Sturgrove, tell me what happens.
The last thing that this cultist sees in life is a wink and a kiss blown from Carolyn as this arcane energy leaves her fingers as she and crystallizes into icy form, which then envelops him and goes into his mouth, and he sits to the bottom, weighed down by the ice that has now encompassed his form.
And as the waters take him, he sinks down. You look down, grinning, satisfied that you have destroyed these foul cultists. But somewhere out there, there's a three-eyed god. But it's not here. Not now. And as you watch the cultist slipping beneath the waters of the cave, it was not only Reese's dagger that glinted beneath the surface. There are other treasures down there And we shall return next time and find out just what they are.
Awesome.
A massive...
that
Oh,
was...
that was amazing.
A massive thank you, everybody. We couldn't have done it without you, quite literally.
Only love. Only love. Oh, boy.
Absolutely spectacular. Thank you so much. Everyone that's joined us. Everyone that's on screen here with me. My players, you wonderful people in chat. All of the donations, the follows, the subs. Elevated Access is a fantastic cause, and we're so proud that everyone has stepped forward to do so much and donate so much, so generously to that cause. And all the time you spend with us. Yeah, if we're doing a charity event or just playing through our regular games and enjoying our adventures together. Thank you. Thank you so much. And we are not done. We will be back here in 8.5 hours as we will be kicking off 9 hours, I suppose. Yes, about 9 hours probably. It's probably more towards 1/2 the hour that we're going to be kicking off as we have our game of one-shot roulette. The fabulous guests, Scarlet64, Time Lord's wife, and Darling Creepshow will be joined by our very own Stephanie as we take their terrifying random characters on some sort of adventure. We will roll the location and the major plot points as we start the session live with you all. You will get a sneak peek of what is to come as I also see it for the first time, and together we shall embark on whatever the dice have in store. And speak of embarking, later on Saturday morning if you're on that side of the world, we'll be returning to the high seas where our pirates have left the Sword Coast and taken to the skies as they fly up beyond the atmosphere into wild space, headed towards the Child of Yggdrasil, also known as Garden, where they are trying to find the next clue in their hunt for the Compassion Concord, a missing ship from the mysterious Radiant Citadel that they have been tasked with returning to its port. Now, we will hopefully see you for either of those, and I hope that you are able to join us and cause some more shenanigans, or help our players if they need it, like today. Absolutely wonderful, everyone. Thank you so much. Spectacular stuff. We are done for right now, but we will see you all very soon. And we are going to head off and visit some friends of ours. Speaking of the high seas, Captain Sook, Kaz the DM, the fabulous artist behind our Candlekeep Mysteries character portraits, is live. Let us go and see. And he speaks to the Japanese part of me as well, as he is doing some yokai art. Time Lord's wife, thank you so much. Thank you for joining us and popping in to see a glimpse of what you were in for, I guess. He's like, what's in store for tomorrow? Or later on. Cannot wait to share a virtual table with you all, and we shall see just what's in store in a few hours' time. Thank you all, everyone. Absolutely spectacular. Wonderful stuff. Let's stick around and see what Kaz is doing. Send him all of those phoenixes. Let him fly. Let him know where you came from. And he is going to be involved with the charity stream in the High Seas stream tomorrow, our Spelljammer Radiant Citadel mashup, and I cannot wait to see him. So let's raid on over there and get a sneak peek and see what he's doing with these yokai. Thank you so much, everyone. You know the drill. Stick around for the raid. If you've got them, let those phoenixes fly. But till next time, as we like to say around these parts, oyasumi nasai.
Oyasumi.
Oyasumi.
Oyasumi.